It should pick up anything, all of them. We're here with our beautiful friend Craig Wallace.
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
If you can't hear somebody, holla.
Yeah, let us know in the comments. I'm really surprised he's here. Like, I actually like it a lot.
Me too.
Kind of like, I'm really excited to like recap everything that happened this weekend.
Matt texted me on, was that Sunday, and goes, "Were you just talking shit, or do you actually want to be on the pod?" And I was like, "I'm down.
Fuck it, let's
Yeah.
go for it. Yeah.
I'll get made fun of for falling in slow motion. You know, that's fun.
That was the wildest thing I've ever seen.
No,
It's a good time.
that was possibly the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And like I was thinking like maybe because I was drunk, but like the next day when I woke up
Still funny.
and I feel like really shitty,
Yeah.
and I like thought about it, went like big giggles, you know? It's like, oh shit.
Yeah. Still hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, like say something about yourself, like whatever you want your tombstone to say. I don't know.
Oh boy. I don't know. Just hanging out with some friends.
That's
you
it.
know?
It's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Craig's one of the brewers at Oil Horse, and
I am.
he's actually the inside source for us. Like he's given us a couple of cool sneak peek beers.
Yeah, we actually had a new beer on Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday. That's not going to come out for another week or so. Two weeks.
Is that what they're going to use for the party?
The anniversary beer? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna drive the people wild, I think.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
I'm a fan of beer, so it really doesn't matter what it tastes like because I can like all of it. But I like the smokiness. But I will say, like y'all Sling and Chain, I've been praising its glory for months.
It's good. I was talking with John, the owner of Oil Horse, and he was really happy with where the beer's been going lately.
Yeah.
Good ideas and good execution lately. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, this is silly, but like, do you want to do this for like the rest of your life, brewing beer, or is it just
If
kind of
I
like a
could-
fun thing?
It's a fun thing.
All right, so all that wasn't going to be recorded for Spotify, but it's there now. I did something stupid. You're welcome.
Spotify lick butts.
Find
We're
us
here
on
with
YouTube.
We're here with Craig. He's one of our good friends. We hang out a lot and drink beer together, and he's just a cool guy. And right now, he's telling me like I asked him if he wants to like brew beer forever, and he was going.
I find it very fun and challenging. I mean, it's a good workout and it's fun to do.
Yeah.
So, John does most of your recipe development.
Yeah.
But you've done a couple.
Well, so John does all the water profiles and
Okay.
the grain bills and stuff. I kind of helped with the grain bill on Thirsty Bird just because I had a good idea because when I messed up Marcellus,
Yeah.
he kind of said like, oh, that's basically a blonde, and I was like, cool, we can
Nice.
do
Yeah.
90% Turo, 10% Vienna, and do a blonde ale.
I remember when we had the brewery in Gilmer, that was the hardest part was the recipe development.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd have to, there's a couple ways to go about it.
Reddit.
You either find something that you like a lot and you try and like kind of figure out how it's made and
So-
then like tweak it
Mhm.
in ways that you want it to change and hope
Yeah.
it turns out good.
Yeah.
So like different beers. I don't have no idea how to do anything like this, but like different beers, like a lager compared to a stout. Like there's certain steps you have to take to make that certain beer, right?
Yeah, those two are very different.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so if you liked a certain beer and you're like, oh, I know this is a lager, and like you kind of just guessing what's in it, like you taste it and you're like, this is X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, a lot of the big time beers, like you can find the basic recipe.
Right.
A lot of times they won't tell you what yeast they're using or what hops they're using.
Well, yeah, that's
proprietary.
yeah.
But it'll give you
I'm
a
glad you knew that fucking word. I was like,
it'll usually give you a general idea of at least the grain bill.
Mhm.
And then, different styles of beer have basic water chemistry profiles that you can start with. And
How
then you
much-
can tweak it from there? It's a lot of science.
yeah. Well, like, how much does water play
A
an
lot.
effect? Like,
a lot.
A lot.
like say you use city water from Camp County.
It's gonna taste like doo doo.
Yeah, you got to use
Yeah.
like certain kind of water.
Yeah, so we have a reverse osmosis system,
That's what
and then we
used to.
add back in.
Yeah, you strip it
minerals.
down to just H2O,
Yeah,
Oh.
and then you add back in different things to, like, gypsum enhances hop flavors,
Gypsum.
and then you have other minerals that you can put in it that do different things for different kinds of grain.
Yeah.
Well, you have to have a little bit of salt in there. I mean, it's all.
Huh.
Yeah.
both normal salt and canning salt.
See
We
what?
never use canning salt.
Oh, well, we use that more.
So I've cleverly
You
like
can't eat that. It will make you sick.
I've cleverly like intertwined myself with you two guys because like in 5 years we'll have our own place. We'll be making beer. We'll be Truck Beers
Truck beers.
Truck Beers Incorporated.
There you go.
I don't know. Actually, it sounds like a horrible headache, and I don't want to have anything.
It's
to
a lot
do.
of work.
Yeah.
If we weren't in Texas, it would be easier.
Wow.
Because TABC is a motherfucker.
Because of Hot Wheels, or just
No,
always
just
been.
in general. It has been since Prohibition. There's only been like 3 laws changed in TABC since like 1950.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rough. There's
I had
some,
no idea.
There's some rules and stuff about, like so Oil Horse can't make a cider because it's legally a wine,
Yeah.
even though it's whatever.
Just call it an apple lager. Make
yeah,
it anyway.
yeah.
Fuck them.
Yeah. Then you risk losing your license, and that's no fun.
How would they? I mean, I guess they can come and taste it and test it or whatever, and be like, "This is fucking cider, or wine, or whatever."
I don't know how they do that.
Like, I feel like if you claim it's a apple lager,
Right.
that's kind of like a.
Cider and lager, though, you can tell.
They're different.
Yeah, they're different taste and
It's fermented.
Texture and
It's
stuff.
fermented differently.
yeah.
I didn't know about Texas being like that big of a piece of shit.
Well, that's why you can't buy beer or alcohol before 10 a.m. on Sundays.
Yep.
And you can't. There used to be dry counties and stuff. Texas was terrible about all
Gilmer's half dry.
Yeah.
It's only
Okay.
beer and wine. Like there's no
that.
liquor in Gilmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tyler's the same way, other than restaurants and stuff.
Right.
I remember when Gilmer was completely dry. You had to go to Gladewater or Big Sandy. And I lived outside of Gilmer, which is called Latch. And we would take this road, and it was called Beer Run Road, and it went straight to Big Sandy.
Nice.
And
That's why there's a Specs in Big Sandy on a town of 400 or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's no Specs in Longview.
the saddest thing was Winona. Winona, it's a small town right before you get into Tyler, outside of Big Sandy.
Yeah, it's right before you cross 20 on 155.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they put.
There are 3 liquor stores in a town of probably
Well, there used to be 6.
100 people.
Yeah.
Tyler
It's
used to be.
just to service Tyler.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they were dry.
Well, Tyler used to be dry, and then Winona, that was their main revenue.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No shit.
Yeah.
And then Tyler became wet, and then Winona's dilapidating in front of your eyes. Every time I drive through it gets scarier and scarier.
The golf cart place is closed now.
Red Springs golf cart.
There used to be that golf cart store on the.
Oh yeah.
It's closed now.
Damn.
I think I've only driven through there one time.
Yeah,
Driving from Avalon Fair to Circle M.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
From Tyler, or
Yeah.
from Kilgore, I guess through. In
Yeah.
there.
Through a bunch of back roads
Yeah.
and shit up through there.
I
Yeah.
went to Avalon Fair this past weekend. It was lame, actually. I was really disappointed. Yeah, it was kind of cool. There was big jugsy fairies walking around, but I was with my kids, so
There was ladies there too.
yeah. No, my kid was like, "Hey, we're going to the Renaissance Fair. We'd love for you to come, Dad." And I was like, "Yeah, great." And he's like, "I need you to dress up." And I was like, "Dress up how?" I'm like, "Figure it out. I don't know." So I just found one of my shirts. And
You look good in that.
everything in there is clothes I wear to work, and I just rolled up the sleeves.
It worked really well. It looked like the old, the
And I wore
whatever.
I wore a
style that is.
bandana and showed up, and my daughter was like, "Dude, you look great." And I was like, I had this horn. Now it's part of the podcast table. It's my beer horn, I guess. I don't know. I thought that's something someone would
Are these?
insulators.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
My
We
grandpa
just
had a shit ton of those when he.
we tried to we were drunk and we're trying to explain the pyramids, the shit underneath them that they found on LiDAR and stuff. And we're like, it's kind of like this shit. They're like insulators for a power source.
And I was like, oh shit, I've got some. And so I went in there and got
Yeah.
them. Like, this is what it looks
That
like.
was really stupid.
This one looks like a butt plug. This is what it looks like under the pyramids.
Yeah. That one looks like a butt plug.
It's got the flared edge and everything.
Supposedly.
Flared base.
Allegedly. I don't know what they look like. And
Yeah.
I've seen them on the internet.
I've seen them on,
No.
I've seen them on magazines.
Looks like a plumb bob.
Educational
There you go.
That actually probably would be like your best plumb bog, like a butt plug.
Have you seen some of those old ones?
Yeah.
Have you been to the Time Museum? Here we go.
In Jefferson?
Measurement. Yeah.
Yeah.
I walked in there with my parents for a few years ago, and I look up, like I walk in the door, pay for the museum, turn and look up, and there's just a wall with like 15 plumb bobs on it, and I was like, what the fuck? Oh.
The most awkward boner you've ever had in your life.
No.
Well, at least you have like enough measurement equipment you can measure your chub. I guess.
There you go. Yeah.
That's
There's
like
plenty
the
of it. You could
biggest.
probably do it 12 different ways.
Yeah, fucking every unit of measurement you can
Yeah.
fucking get it.
How many stones?
But like, I used to use like an engineer's tape on like certain pipe, and like that's how they wanted it. Right, and it like fucking my
Is
brain.
that the one that doesn't have the real numbers on it?
It's like
That's like an
1,
engineering
1.1, 1.2, 1.3, and it's not right.
I don't like that at all.
I don't like it either.
It's America's best shot at the metric system.
Ugh.
It's I saw this thing. It was like a 2x4.
tactical error with my cooler. I'm gonna move it.
Oh yeah, I saw this like 2x4. Like it was a picture on a 2x4, and it was like said like 12 dicks, and they're like,
Yeah.
America will use anything but the metric system.
Yep. I saw another. It was like, how is America trying to teach the metric system in school? 9 millimeters at a time.
God
And I was
almighty,
like, oh
damn,
no,
dude.
oh no.
I don't like that.
I didn't like it
I didn't
either.
like that. I don't like that shit at all.
Speaking of wildly American things, let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
Yeah, you can do that now. YouTube, can you see this? Like, if you're watching later on down the road, we're like state of the art. Like, I brought this screen here today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we can like read comments when they come in.
Which is none.
It's non-existent right now. I don't know. Last week we had a bunch of people commenting. It was wild, and then I guess they're all gay today. I don't know. Like happy.
Or I messed it all up.
No, dude.
I'm
I'm
like,
like,
on Tuesday instead of Monday.
The Air Force pilot that had Zen on his dash.
I did.
His call sign's mullet.
Yeah,
He has a mullet. He's got like Zen tins
on his
on
dash, in
and
his jet.
F-15 Eagle.
Oh, amazing.
And his call sign's mullet. And on the side of his plane is a fucking bald eagle with a USA American flag bandana on with a sick ass mullet.
Fuck
Like,
yeah.
all right, I don't feel so bad about America anymore. Maybe.
Yeah.
I think there's like the younger generation. I think they like can look back 25, almost 30 years ago, and they're like, God damn, we used to be a country. But like some of them are doing the weird thing where they're like getting the mullet, but they don't have that fucking
No,
mentality.
they don't have the mullet attitude. They
Yeah,
have the haircut
Yeah.
without the balls to back it up.
yeah. I've had a mullet. I've had a mullet most of my life, just because like my dad.
That's what this is eventually going to turn into.
It
It's
technically
gonna be
is.
long, but it's going to be the whole thing's going to be long.
Yeah, I
Kentucky waterfall.
I can't have a fucking skullet. Like I'm not brave enough.
You look like the crypt keeper.
Yeah, I'm already unfuckable. Like having that. Y'all talking about yourselves like that shit.
Again?
Yeah.
Oh goodness. I'll wait.
ERB.
I'll wait to talk about Craig falling down until
Yeah,
you
do
get
that.
back. So, hey, when are we gonna golf again, Craig?
Dude, we need to.
Yeah. This is
I just keep being busy. This weekend I'm busy on Sunday.
it's supposed to rain all weekend anyway.
Yeah, I'm working Friday and then busy on Sunday. Brewing.
What are you doing this weekend?
100 acres, I think. Or 1877 or 100 acres. One of the two.
When are you making Thirsty Bird again, Craig?
I'm working on them, but currently we're booked out till probably mid-June.
Oh well, yeah.
We got to do 100 acres.
You do your flagships.
Yeah, and then we're gonna do a Mexican lager in the middle.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do y'all do small test batches?
We do 4-barrel for our half batches. We do 4 barrels.
That's so much to make, and I
Yeah,
hope
but
it's
Thirsty
good.
Bird was 4-barrel, and it was So for example, Heater Treater, which was the anniversary beer last year, I think. It was
Is that the
fine.
Kolsch?
Yeah, no, there was the Hellas, the Munich
Oh,
Hellas.
yeah.
It was fine, but it wasn't good. And we ended up dumping a bunch of kegs because it just started going bad. And he was like, "Never again will I do a new beer with 8 barrels." So, or 6. What's our full batch? 8. So we're doing. Oh, we did Naughty Donkey, and he did Citra in it.
Oh, that's gonna be
Yeah, I
different.
tasted it last night. It was pretty good.
That's gonna
pretty
be
good.
different.
He did Eldorado in the boil, and then half Eldorado, half Mosaic in the boil. Dry hopped it with Citra and Mosaic. Yeah,
That's gonna be good.
yeah. It was good last night.
Y'all haven't had Notting Donkey in a little bit, have you?
It's been probably a year and a half.
Yeah.
Because I think the last time we had it was one of the first times I came out golfing with y'all at Gilmer.
I remember he told me it might have been at the anniversary last year that he was gonna make it again, but he was gonna change it.
Last year's batch was fantastic.
Yeah.
And I don't know what he changed because I've seen the recipe for the standard batch, but he is terrible about saving recipes.
That's funny.
So he like Express Pipeline, which I know you don't like, but it was our breakfast stout that was made with Silver Grizzly espresso.
Yeah.
It was fantastic and everybody loved it, but he didn't save the recipe.
Doesn't remember exactly how he made it.
Because he put lactose in it and just kind of dumped it in from the bag and it's like,
That's
it's
enough.
about a third of a bag, but
That's
there's no
enough.
telling.
Yeah.
So there's no way to recreate it exactly.
The good news is lactose in a stout's fairly forgiving. Like,
Oh, yeah,
you go a little bit over, a little bit under, it doesn't change it that much.
yeah.
It takes that creaminess away a little
Mhm.
bit, though. Yeah.
I'm sure we can make it again or something similar. He wants to do for the 10-year anniversary party. He has a wild plan that I don't really want to do, but we'll figure it out.
That's 2 years, yeah? This is 8.
This is 9.
This is 9?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
But I was coming up with some new beer ideas, and I would like to do a stout and a barrel-aged version of the same stout. Like just take a 4-barrel batch.
I mean, he
and
did that with Moonpool.
That's a Belgian triple that
That's
shouldn't
true.
be barrel-aged.
That's just put your dick in the dirt.
Yeah, 15.8% or something like that.
Yeah, it burned.
Yeah. But I'd like to do like an 8-ish% stout.
Just a standard,
yeah, just normal
solid good stout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then take 2 barrels or whatever a whiskey barrel is, and barrel age part of it for 2, 3, 4 months, and just so that you can have the comparison on the board at the same time.
Yeah.
Like put them on at the same time, so
That'd
you
be
have
cool.
base stout, barrel aged base stout. Like I think it'd be cool to do that.
That would be cool.
Soon we'll do our. He has a 1-barrel brewing system.
Yeah, the little one. Mhm.
Yeah. So he's gonna call it his Wildcatter series
Ah,
and do a keg. Maybe a keg a month or something like that.
that'll be fun.
Yeah. So he
Try
can
some new stuff.
Yeah, he can experiment with some new stuff.
Well, that'll also give you a good idea of like what your customer base is looking for.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like that way, if you make something and it's either A, god awful, or B, doesn't sell,
Yeah.
you're not sitting on
Mhm.
250 gallons of something that you can't do anything with.
Yeah. Yeah. He dumped a batch one time that was Australian sparkling ale.
That's weird. I didn't
Yeah.
know that was a thing.
Uh-huh. I was very intrigued by it because apparently it tasted good until like Cold Crash or something.
That's
like
weird.
I wasn't brewing at the time, but the assistant brewer at the time was telling me it was like it tasted good and
What
she was
is
excited for it.
Australian
but
sparkling ale.
I don't know. That's a Googleable thing.
Oh, here, I can Google it.
Yeah.
It's a popular type of beer down under. Crisp, well balanced. Okay, let me see the whole thing. Don't just give me 2 lines. It's Australia's only native-born beer style.
Hmm.
It's somewhere between a cream ale and California Common.
Okay. I don't know that I've ever had a California Common.
I have not had a California Common. Wait.
I was looking. I was talking to him on Saturday when we brewed.
So
No,
it's
Friday.
bottled and conditioned with much higher carbonation than usual. So it's like a nitro ale, kinda. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. I was talking to him on when did we brew? Friday. About like different styles because I was trying to think of different interesting things for the anniversary.
Yeah.
Next year. And he handed me his little app that he uses, and it has a drop down menu of like all the styles that are in it. I was scrolling through it. I'm like,
So you use Beersmith?
I don't know what he uses. It's
I know what you used to.
I know what it
that's
looks
what
like.
we used. It's a really cool thing, especially for like water chemistry stuff and
Yeah.
things like that. Because like if you can tell it what your base is,
Mm-hmm.
it'll tell you how to fix
Yeah.
it.
Well,
for
here
your
you
style.
probably let me just show you. I have screenshots of it because he sends me it for.
Sorry, guys. I had to talk to the president.
Feel
We
better?
got it all figured out. Yeah, I feel like I'm like an American. That's where I'm at.
Sounds okay.
It was like look like that. Is that Beer Smith?
Kind of looks like that, yeah.
But-
Alright, now I'm gonna go pee.
Yeah, go do that. I apologize. So sorry.
It's okay.
Maybe go in the backyard for that instead of the bathroom.
Yeah, you ain't got much hanging there. They can't see it.
Oh, did we sound good? The volume was all good and everything?
Yeah, everything
Okay,
sounds
cool,
good.
cool.
I was actually really impressed with it.
I was worried about that because I never know how close to hold the microphone, you know?
Well, you're using like on YouTube we use these microphones,
Oh, okay.
and then for the Spotify recording we use these
These?
microphones.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so stupid. Like we'll use when we use just me and him. We'll use that interface
Mhm.
and use Audacity, but then when it's more than two people, we use this interface, and we use Reaper,
Oh,
which is a whole different software
weird.
because Audacity can't it can't figure out the shit. So
Huh.
I
Interesting.
just know enough to sound dangerous. I'm not really
Yeah.
smart, so
Well, you know more than I do about this, so.
you barely, dude.
That Cincy's working its ass off in there.
I don't know what happened.
Smells like tropical ass.
I wasn't in. I was on the phone with the
The president.
United States.
Kennedy?
Yeah, Kennedy. Kee pee poo poo. So you weren't there because you were brewing, but you and I had like the best game of golf that we've ever played.
It was fantastic.
No, like we fucking. I hope Justin's listening because like he can catch this fucking fade any day of the week because we were unstoppable.
It was impressive. That's so it was a 2v2 scramble, and played with our buddies Seth and Justin. I know Justin listens. Seth apparently just found out because Marissa told him that we have a podcast.
That makes sense. Seth's not on.
He's not on social media.
Yeah. He's on TikTok, and like here recently I realized that one guy followed me on TikTok, and I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Then I found out it was him.
Ah.
And it's Uncle Butt. That's his.
Nice.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, you're on TikTok, and so he'll share and repost anything you ask him to. So he's a good guy.
That's good.
I like him a lot. We had fun.
So, and I know Seth plays a lot.
Yes.
He's been playing
A year.
a year, yeah, ish. He's pretty good. He's lefty.
Oh, the correct way.
Sure.
What the fuck?
And Justin's been playing for a while.
Justin was playing for a long while.
He just doesn't play super often.
You can see him warming up, like getting back into things.
Yeah.
It's getting
So-
scary, actually.
So like, I've played with Justin before, so I kind of knew
Kind of what to expect.
what to expect out of him. I had no idea what to expect out of Seth, but we are friends on 18 Birdies, so every time he plays,
You see his
I
score.
see his round. Like, he has a lower handicap than I have. He's also not been playing as long as I have, so I'm not really sure if it's accurate, but
We can put whatever number you want.
no, it tracks your scores.
Well, you can put
Oh yeah,
whatever
you
number-
could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hole in one. Hole in one.
So, but like I expected him to be pretty good.
Mm.
Better than me, for sure.
Yeah.
I came in as a liability. Big time. Like,
That's usually what you do.
yeah. 1,000%. Anytime I'm invited anywhere, I'm like, are you sure?
You really want me to
You
go?
really want me to do this?
So like, it was so busy because we went on Good Friday.
Everybody and their fucking dad was
We got
there.
there at 10, right? Yeah,
Mhm.
right at 10.
Right at 10.
There were 3 empty carts.
We teed off at like
That's wild.
10:45, 10:50.
Yeah, we waited
Oh.
almost an hour.
Yeah.
Damn.
And we did, the group that was ahead of us, we did wait for them to get off the green and onto the tee box for the next for 2 before we started. Just that way
Right.
there was a little bit of a gap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there was like 5 of them. 5 or 6. It was a big group.
Mm-hmm.
So then it's our turn. And
All young bucks.
they're like, all right, who wants to go? And I was like, I guess I'll go. I haven't played in a month, so I didn't know what was in the freaking smoked one. Like,
Dude, he
Dead
piped.
straight.
I'm telling you, like, I was like,
piped it
oh.
over the cart path, between the cart path and the green.
Hell yeah.
Piped it. And I was like, oh.
And I fucking topped it 200 inches away from fucking where I started from. It was cool, yeah.
And then we proceeded to bogey that hole, which is fine. I think they bogeyed it also.
Yep.
And then hole 2, I hit a really poopy shot. Gibbons almost hit a truck.
Good.
Yours would have hit a vehicle if it wouldn't have hit the fence.
Mm-hmm.
Seth went over the green and was like on that mound that's by the
Yeah,
cart
past
path.
the
He went
Pine trees?
past, yeah.
Like past the pine tree.
Oh.
Yeah. Almost in the little cow pond
Yeah.
that's right there. And then the shot that I hit landed between the 2 cart paths. And he was like, hey man, hit your breakfast ball. I was like, all right, cool. Hit one. It was like pin high, just left off the green. I was like, yeah, we parred that because he had a phenomenal putt. Anyway,
Yeah.
we ended up shooting an 81. It was a 2-man scramble. That's not gonna win you a scramble tournament,
No.
Yeah.
but
That's good.
that's pretty damn good.
Yeah. It was good enough that so I didn't know y'all were doing a 2-man scramble.
Yeah.
And when you posted that score on 18 birdies, I got
Yeah.
the notification. When I had a little downtime, I pulled it. I got the notification while I was just sitting at the table at Oil Horse waiting on brewing or whatever. And
That's good.
I was like,
no, yeah,
holy shit, what happened? And
yeah,
I texted
that's how
you.
I felt too.
And apparently it was before you'd gotten back to the truck.
We were driving to the truck to drop off my clubs.
I was drunk enough to like start making future plans. Like we were in the cart, like I don't have.
Was your cooler on the bottle open?
I think so.
Mine's a bit one. It's just on the other side.
I'm an idiot.
Checks out.
No, like that. I mean, there was some shots I made during that game were like absolutely atrocious.
Yeah, but then you like saved us on a few holes.
Like,
More than one.
but I had some chips. Like,
Well, your
short game.
drive on 17
yeah,
was great because I put one almost unplayable.
Yeah.
And you put one just like in perfect spot, and I was like, all right, cool. We
Yeah.
had that one hole that we blew up on.
the longest one
You know,
that's on there.
it's not bad when you triple bogey and still shoot 81.
You guys had a triple?
Yeah,
We had an 8 on par 5. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's fantastic. If you get if you're in the 80s and you have an 8 or like a couple doubles or something, you're doing good.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pars.
I think we had one double, one triple, and then everything else was either par or bogey. Unfortunately, no birdies. We had some really close calls for birdie.
What we
but
have 4 birdie attempts.
more than that. I mean,
like-
every third shot's a birdie.
No,
attempt.
you made 2 putts. You made 2 putts that were like super long putts.
Yeah, I had that one that stopped like a ball from the hole, and then that chip that I had that stopped like a ball from the hole.
Yeah,
And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Just wasn't meant to be.
Sorry, I got to check in the beer on Untapped.
Oh yeah, do it.
Got to check into the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
is that where this beer's from?
Yeah.
No, on Untapped you can pick your location. But it's tied. It's Foursquare.
Yeah.
Is what it's tied to.
Mm.
So, which is like Live 360 before Live 360 was a thing.
Mm.
So you can like assign. Like I could pull up Foursquare and call this Truck Beers Worldwide,
Right.
and like we could check in from there if we wanted to.
Global truck beer. That's what we should do though.
Yeah.
Truck beers will.
When we have beer shares at work, we check into work because there's a location for work.
I check in the Blue Rhino, which is the
Oh,
propane
that's
place
right,
across the
that's right.
street, but it sounds like a strip club.
Yeah, it does.
The
yeah.
blue.
Yeah.
No, honestly, if like someone wanted to invest some money, I would name a strip club the Blue Rhino. That sounds like a.
I'm
top-
sure there already is
There's
one.
Spearmint Rhino.
Again,
There's
almost
Spearmint,
good.
yeah, Spearmint Rhino. I think if you just like got some kind of flavor or color and an animal, it could probably sound like a strip club.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tangerine.
The teal cockatoo.
Yeah, tangerine tarantula.
Then it's an alliteration also.
Yeah. No, like Friday was the fucking best day. Like,
And McCade was with us, and he had the best time because they're doing like maintenance on some of their cart paths, so there's just piles of red clay everywhere. And he was like, "Oh,
and there was these two kids catching bass out of the lake, and
they
like,
were ripping lips,
Yeah.
dude,
They
McCade was like, "What the fuck?"
So we went down there and talked to him, and they were super cool. Like they let him come down there and hang out with him for a few minutes while we were playing that hole, and then
I would love to know what he said to him.
he just went down there and asked him how many fish they caught.
I'll be like, okay, never mind.
That's what he said.
Yeah,
Because he came and said, "Daddy, they caught 12 fish already," and then we're on the tee box for the next hole, and dude
Ripping,
hooks up on one, and it was probably a 4-pound bass. I mean, it was big, and we're like, "You gotta kiss it."
he did,
And
and,
he
then we were drunk enough to say like, "No, you gotta fuck it."
Put your dick in its mouth.
It was so fun. I had a blast. God damn.
And on that hole, that's the one. What is that? 6, 5?
5 next to the water.
Yeah, that kind of goes back up.
Oh, that's 6.
With the steep hill with the worst green
Mhm.
next to Gilmer's 7th hole.
Yeah.
I hit it onto the driveway,
Oh,
Yeah.
left of the green.
way like it was.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
drive went straight.
Yeah.
There's the tree
Oh,
lines right
yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah.
And there's the drive. Like,
Uh-huh.
That's like the asphalt road.
Mhm.
It was on the driveway. I was like, holy piss missile! I've like, I was hitting
Motherfucker.
250, 260 all day long.
I think that's probably further than I've hit on that hole in that direction.
Yeah. Like, it's only because it went dead straight. Like,
Yeah.
I was expecting a
Yeah.
little bit of fade, and
Yeah.
it was like, nah, I'm going that way.
Yeah. I don't know what was in his fucking cereal bowl that morning, but it was like
It was
insane.
Wheaties.
Red Bull.
Oh, Red Bull.
Just
That'll
Red
do it, too.
Bull
Yeah.
and anguish. That's
Red-
what I started.
Red Bull and sunflower seeds.
Yeah, I ate 2 breakfast burritos, and like after we went to the clubhouse after 9, and I was getting a little fuzzy around the eyes,
Yeah.
I've been drinking, and I was like,
So after we had to go back to the truck to get more beer.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like doing the weird burps and eggs were coming up, and I was like, I better. We fell apart for a minute there, and I burped and farted
Well,
real
10
hard.
and 11 were great, and then
12 is the triple.
12 was the
Yeah.
bleh.
Yeah.
And then we climbed back into it
We fucking rallied
'Cause-
back in. Well, what happened is like,
because they parred that hole, so
Yes.
they picked up 3 strokes.
yeah,
in
and
one hole.
and then when they did that, they said
They started talking shit.
yes,
Of course they did.
and there's like Matt knows perfectly well, like I am the most competitive human being alive. If shit that I know that like I might pull off, you're not. I will do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
And then I like fucking farted and burped and felt better, and I was like, "Fuck it, we're gonna go for it." And then I hit a pretty decent drive on 17. No,
Yes, you did, but you're talking about
I'm talking about the one by the
13.
power lines.
The next hole,
13.
13.
13.
Yeah, you had a great drive, and I didn't.
I fucking smoked
I
that
duck
dude.
hooked one that would have been in the next fairway if it wouldn't have hit a tree.
Mm.
It was one of the only fairways I missed.
Hey, playing from 14 on 13 is not the worst.
It's not,
It's a little if you're up by the
but it
green
hit a
though.
tree and went in the
Yeah,
ditch.
yeah, that's fair.
Oh, by the way, we're talking about Alpine. I don't know if we said that at all, but like, shout out to them. I met the owner that morning, one of them,
Yeah,
and he's cool as shit.
he's a really cool dude.
Which guy's that?
Short, kind of big guy.
Short, old, white guy. Wears
Is he
Carhartt
usually
shirt.
behind the-
He
behind
dresses
the
just
Usually
like
the
you.
guy
Or
that-
behind the-
that runs
Yeah,
the
yeah,
counter.
okay.
Yeah, he dresses exactly like you.
Hey,
I get it. No, fucking-
stylish.
yeah.
I'm kidding. It's just comfortable.
Which is arguably, no, factually, significantly more important.
Yeah.
I know y'all think I'm a fashionista, but these pants are stretchy and comfortable, and this is just a gray shirt, so, I'd rather be comfortable. I had to wear fucking boots for Easter because, got to go to mom's and
Yeah.
got to take pictures, and I was miserable. I was like, fuck all this. I bought a brand new pair of Wranglers for my brother's wedding, so I just I'm not going to work in these. I'm going to save them for Easter, and then after Easter, the work pants. But they're all dry and starchy, and I was miserable.
You
dude.
wear them for like 4 days in a row and break them in.
Yeah, and what's bad is this still to this day I've been needing to shave my head for a whole week, but I'll stay up too late, hang out with people too long, this, that, and the other, and I just don't have time to shave my head. So all my Easter pictures, I look like a fucking goblin. All my kids look great, and there's me going, "Argh," you know. Like,
Well, that might have something to do with Saturday night also.
it was rough, yeah.
I got out of bed at like 9:30. Got back in bed at like 10:30.
On Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went back to sleep.
I got
Took a
up.
nap later that day. Like,
So-
it was rough.
So this is inside information for anyone that cares. I was supposed to go buy Peeps, like the marshmallow things
Yeah,
for my
on
kids
Saturday.
on Saturday. Plans change, you know.
Turns out Greenside doesn't sell Peeps.
Greenside doesn't sell Peeps,
Nor does Zach's art studio.
nor does Zach's art studio. So I left there, and then I went home, and I went like, see this horn thing? On my way home, I was blowing it out my window and sending him Snapchats. I was like, "Wah!"
There was just road noise. There was nothing else in it. And I was like, all right, cool.
I went home, and I had like leftovers from like meals from weeks past. And I was like,
I'm going to eat this.
It was a. So we went to Greenside. We hung out. We had a good time. We hung out with the Swell Burger people.
Mm-hmm.
They're cool folks.
They're great.
I really enjoyed hanging out with them. They seem like our kind of people.
Mhm.
So if you guys like hamburgers, go check them out. I haven't had one of their hamburgers, so I can't say it's good or
They're
not.
good. No, they're really good.
Are they
Yeah.
really good?
Yeah.
Cool.
This man understands food.
Yeah, no,
Hey,
I
look,
just
look at me. I understand food. Yeah.
What?
There are. So it's a good burger. There are other burgers in the downtown region that are also good.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
there's always a better burger.
yeah, that's fair. I haven't had Key Mexico's burgers because they're $20, and I don't fuck that.
No, thank you.
I haven't eaten it there
But
either.
Solo's burgers,
Oh,
I
they're
think
fantastic.
I
Their
think
smash
they're the
burgers.
best in downtown.
Yeah.
For their price and
yeah.
availability when they make them,
Yeah,
because they just set up
Mhm.
and they're like, "Get your burger."
Yeah,
And
when
Josh
they're-
is like, "There's
Yeah.
your shit." It's so good.
Yeah.
they're so good.
And they're so good after like 8 or 9 of them.
Yeah.
Like when you're
Yeah.
like, I need something to eat.
yeah.
The good
Ah.
greasy burger. Yeah.
God damn, it's so good.
And I think Swellburger could do that so their buns are kind of run of the mill, and I think Solo uses like the potato buns.
Yes.
I think if Swellburger switched to that or something different, I think it would help.
Like go brioche or something. Do something different.
Those are just pretty standard buns, but it's a
Damn,
good burger,
Just go
and
Mrs. Bard's.
their
Beards?
Swellburgers.
Is it Bard's or Baird's?
Beards.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah. What's that? Oh shit! What's the where where like the Fruit of the Looms had the cornucopia or it didn't, the logo, and then like
Mandela effect.
Mandela effect.
yeah, that's it. That's
Yeah,
it.
but it's always had an eye in it, so
Well,
it's always been
hey.
Beards.
I'm trying to help out, Matt. You know.
I never got that bread when I was a kid. It was always
Sorry, put it
high
in,
top.
Put it in the archive.
On the hard guy. Listen, motherfucker. I say words different than y'all because I choose to.
Fair.
Yeah, it's a personal choice, and I really don't appreciate you guys catching the case with me right now.
I don't care.
I know you don't. Earlier, I was like, archives, and he's like, the fuck is that? I was like, that's how I say it. I don't
So
know.
yeah, we went to Greenside and hung out. There was a band playing. They were pretty good. They played some good songs that I didn't expect them to play, which was pretty cool.
The Lovers, if we wanted to say their name.
That's what they were called.
Yeah.
Great, they were fantastic. Shout out
From
Lovers
Shreveport.
from Shreveport.
They were cool.
Mhm.
The dude plays drums and plays keyboard at the same time, which, if you don't understand music,
That's
that's
hard.
fucking stupid. Like, I mean,
I can't play either one of those things individually.
to
much
be
less at
honest,
the
like
same
their
time.
first 3 songs, I was like, yikes, it's gonna be a long night. But they fucking rallied.
They dialed their sound in. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, those first three, the high notes were a little too high, a little too loud.
yeah.
But
And I think the owner's wife went up and
That's
talked to him.
Yeah, straight up talk shit about her, and I didn't even
Because
know
they
who
were
she
asking,
was.
"Hey, are we too loud?" Because I think they could hear people, see people kind of like,
yeah.
and it's like, "You're not too loud. Your highs are just
They're piercing.
way too high."
Mm-hmm.
So we hung out there till what?
10:30?
10:30, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Till the band was done.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we went outside to drink that rice beer.
That
Yeah,
was
the rice
fantastic.
lager from 7th Tap.
That was. I would like 17 more
Mhm.
of those right now.
If anybody knows that brewing place, like
They're in
Seventh Tap Brewing Project in
Shreveport.
Shreveport
Shreveport
on Linwood Avenue.
318. Yeah, they have one of the best beers I've ever had in my life.
It's fantastic.
Tastes like Fruit Loops.
Yeah. And
Fruity Pebbles.
the Ollie show that both of y'all missed.
I did that.
The head brewer of.
I'm sorry, I had my children.
I was just
Yeah.
saying which one it was. That's all I was saying.
I've missed a lot of Ollie
That's
shows.
fair.
I've only missed
Specifically
one.
him.
That was my first one I ever missed.
Yeah,
and
well,
I
it's
like
that
the fucking show before that. I went all out and was like, y'all gotta fucking protect the scene. Blah 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 blah.
You're
And then-
never gonna see me again.
Yeah, and I fucking disappeared the next show. Chad has gave me so much shit for that. He's like, how do you do that? Like, how do you fucking stand in front of all those people and make it like your thing and then not come to the next show? I was like, whatever, man. You just fucking punk rock. I don't
Why
care.
you gonna move to Dallas, bitch?
Yeah, why you gotta fucking leave us?
No, so the head brewer's wife was in one of the bands.
Yeah,
From-
Hag
I don't know which one it was. I'll be
Oh.
honest with you.
I think that's the only one that
Had a girl.
chick in it.
She's
I think
lead
it was the
singer.
last one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was the singer.
That because sure.
Yeah.
And he's a lucky duck.
Yeah. And he came over to Oil Horse and got a beer, and I was working that night, and we started chit chatting, and started talked for like an hour, or maybe 30 minutes, and I
Maybe
looked over
10.
to my coworker at one point, and was like, "Hey, if you want me to work, just yell at me. I'll quit chit chatting and work."
Yeah.
And she's like, "No, you're good. Cool.
I thoroughly enjoyed that beer.
Yeah.
I was so like usually I chug beer like I can. Oh, this is good. Pa, 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 pa. I enjoyed that beer so much I wanted to like savor it, and that's very rare
He
for
actually
me.
tasted that one, which is
Mhm.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I was like blah blah blah.
Oh, look at me.
I'm looking at y'all's beers and mine. I was like, God damn it, I can't stop myself.
So then we went to Zach's.
Well, hold on.
yeah.
We hung out outside drinking that beer, and I just want to say the Swellburger people. I can't. What's their Anna and
Annie and Jared.
Annie and Jared.
She had a Bill Murray shirt on,
yeah.
so she automatically got like bonus points.
Well, she had a jacket on, and I didn't see it, and then she took her jacket off, and I was like, "Holy shit! I love that fucking band," you know. And then we went outside and drank the beer. I think we were trying to escape something. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Checks out.
God damn it. We
Unfortunate situation.
we got there and we're like drinking beer and talking, like just talking, and then we all started coming up with different like CDL acronyms.
Oh God. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. No. We don't need to get into this.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, cool.
This is
Whatever.
perfect. This is great.
All right. So, brewing on Friday morning, we were canning some beers, and the lids that you buy for craft beers they're different like types. So I think we used B62 or some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Well, he ordered some because the place he ordered from had a big sale because they were stopping their can production. So he bought like 3 pallets of cans and some accessories to go with it, so lids and shit. And apparently they either he ordered the wrong thing or they sent the wrong thing. One of the two. And no, that's not it. I was like, and he, the canner messed up, and he's like, "Why did 3 of these not seal?" And he's like, "Oh, these are the wrong lids." And I looked up, and the cardboard packaging said CDL on it. I was like, "Oh, like commercial driver's license." And he said, "No, like Craig Dick Lips."
Yeah, Craig. And your name's Craig.
Yeah.
I just think it was dope that he's like cool.
Oh,
It's a cool nickname to come out with
It's
a friend.
hey, he's an HR nightmare if there was an HR department for that. But
He is HR, or his wife is. Yeah,
And he told his wife one time one of the things he said, and she's like, "That's funny," and I was like,
you're fucked.
"Damn it!"
Yeah. So I would love nothing. Well, I kind of do have a boss that's kind of like that, but like usually we don't get to hang out very much. Like we're just busting ass basically. But today he came up to me. He's like, "Yo, check out this YouTube video or this TikTok," and we watched it and laughed our ass off. And that was the first time he's ever done that my entire career. I was like, "Do you like me?
Are we friends?
Are we friends?"
I'm confused.
Yeah, I got cool videos I can show you all the time. Are you into conspiracy theories? No. And then, as we were talking about the CDL thing, Annie, she came up with one that said, she's like, "Yeah, cool dick, loser."
Yeah.
Dude, fucking leveled me. Like, Because we were just trying to figure out, like, what could it
mean?
What could it mean?
What could it be?
Yeah. Cool dick loser is, like, the best one. Like, I would fall in love with a girl if she, like, after we had sex. she's
Cave
like,
diving lizard?
Yeah, cave.
No.
Yeah. Can't drive lonely.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cute,
But, like,
cute dick lover?
cute.
I think cool dick loser would be better than that.
Well, like, if
It
you...
depends on which way you're swinging.
That's
like,
fair. That's
like,
fair.
Listen, if you're, like, with a girl and, like, you do your deed and she's like, cool dick, loser, and I'd be like, I'm in love with you.
Yeah, marry me right now.
Yeah, you've, like, complimented me and also put me down. Who, yeah.
Where have you been?
Where have you been my entire life? Yeah. I think that's why I like really toxic women.
Yeah.
Because I want that shit real bad. How about after the fucking green side, Zach Israel was like, hey, why don't y'all come down to this church that I bought that we're making an art studio and all kinds of shit. And we're like, say less. The
Well,
fun
we've,
fact...
we've heard about this place for
Yeah,
like
well-
5 or 6 months and have not been there yet.
Yeah. Well, I've heard about it, and they're talking about making it a venue and all kinds of shit. And like, I was like, yeah, I'd love to. I've offered to help do whatever.
Yeah.
But I guess they don't think
it's
I'm.
amazing spot.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
It's close. We were talking about this at work. It's close enough to be convenient to everything downtown,
Yeah.
but it's far
also
enough away
to
to where
not-
like you're not going to get those randos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
it's a
exactly where I
fucking
wanna live.
local spot.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's like exactly where I want to live too. Like that
Mhm.
close to downtown. Just like either walk or like ride a bike or something down to Oil Horse or Greenside.
Like
or
an
Silver
illegal
Grizzly.
pit bike.
Yeah, you know.
So
it's whatever.
when Chad was telling me and they had a parking lot, I was like, can I park my camper there? Because that's what I can live wherever I want to, as long as it has a
drain.
hookup and
Yeah.
a place to fucking dump my shit. And he's like, I don't know, you have to talk to Zach. And then I kind of was like, hey Zach, can I park my? I'll keep an eye on the place. But he was like, I don't think it's what
I don't
you
think they'd like that.
should. Yeah,
I don't think the city would like that.
no.
The city's a fucking nightmare. So
But Zach's so fucking plugged in.
yeah,
I think I can get
yeah,
away with it.
It's weird. It's so weird. Like
What up, Wes?
Oh shit, my brother.
it's so weird that like city like I mean where we work moved out of Longview because they were terrible to work with.
Yeah.
And like John has talked about how terrible it is to try to open a business there.
Yeah.
And then I've heard people talk about how terrible
Well-
it is to open like a food truck. Apparently, food trucks in Longview are a nightmare.
Because they hold them to the exact same
standard as a
health
fucking
inspection standards as a brick
restaurant.
and mortar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
so,
is
yeah,
virtually case in point, Green Street Monster
hmm
Fest when that happened.
yeah.
Solo was gonna do sandwiches.
Yep.
Well,
They had to unplug their cooler, like their
to
whole
just
to move it. So in the process of moving it outside of the store,
and rolling it down the street and
it
plugging
dropped
it back
down.
in.
It rose like 5 degrees.
And that just so happened to be when the health inspector came through that morning and went through everything. She shut them down.
yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. And they were like, we just moved this 3.5 blocks
Where were they moving it to?
down to where the entrance was at. So it was like 2 blocks. Block and a half. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
yeah.
The-
They moved it a
it
little
wa-
ways.
Case in point.
Yeah, yeah.
They just had a fucking tent set up. They rented the tent and all the kind of things to have the sandwiches made out there amongst the people where all the other food trucks were.
Oh, so like up at the end of the.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
so
I never actually went up there.
Yeah.
I stopped at the second stage and then went back.
So
down.
it was like another block up
Yeah, yeah.
is where
So,
all the
like,
stuff was at.
I helped move most of their shit down there, just being helpful.
I went and bought extension cords and power strips.
Yeah, and they got it hooked up, and it just
That
takes a
stuff-
minute for
yeah.
fucking refrigeration.
Especially when it's full of products.
Yeah,
Because all that stuff, temperature goes up, all that stuff's got to go back down.
right. And they check the temperature, and they're like, "You can't do this." And they're like, "Well, we need
Can
to
you-
sell sandwiches
Like, can
today."
you come back in 10 minutes?
Right.
Nope.
Which is, you know what? Like that fucking the bureaucratic bullshit that people do. Like, you take your job too fucking serious.
I mean, I'm glad that they're trying to be like, food safety and stuff. 'Cause
Right.
That's cool.
No, that's
But, like,
important. But
yeah.
also, like,
There's a
use
point
your
though.
brain a
Yeah,
little bit.
Yeah. That's like Sunbird. So they opened up at Green Top.
Yeah.
And then they moved down to Hyundai, which is conveniently outside of city limits. And then they moved to White Oak.
Yeah.
And then they
Which
opened a
was
brick and
great.
mortar. Yeah. Like, the City of Longview, they tried to get in City of Longview for other events and stuff, and they couldn't because the cities just kept telling them they needed more and more and more and more and more.
Yeah.
It was wild.
These
Well-
are smoked meats. I can leave these on the sidewalk. They will be
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I know.
Do you know what barbecue is? God damn.
It's got to rest. Room temperature.
That's right.
Motherfucker. I know that there, in the past like 30 years, Longview has lost over 20 machine shops and weld shops.
I don't doubt that for a second.
Just because of like the shit that they have to keep up with.
Mhm.
Like, it's too much.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way you can do that shit.
One in White Oak just closed like a year ago or 6 months ago. We never used them.
That's
My
not
friend
good.
worked for them. They did oil field stuff. I don't. Aren't.
Oh, the one by the Shell station?
No, it was up. You know where DCG is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's on that road, but it's like before you get to DCG.
Yeah.
On the left side there. You might know him, Ryan. He used to work at Oil Horse.
If I saw him, I'd
You probably recognize him. Yeah. He used to work there, and they shut down him. So they, yeah.
We took poo-poos and pee-pees.
Yeah.
It's kind of nuts. Like, you try to make, like, there's people in Longview that are trying to make Longview, like,
better.
so much better.
Yeah, I mean the downtown's fantastic, even compared to like 2 years ago. But
Oh yeah.
like, if you look at it from 2016, 17, it's wildly different and
Right.
so much better. Because back then it was like Oil Horse and so 2015, 16, Oil Horse and Silver Grizzly opened.
Yep.
That was it. And I think Debs was down there at that time still.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's always been the thing about it. Like Gilmore was this way too when we were open. It was, you had all these spots that everybody loved that were open during the day.
Yeah.
But trying to get other things to come around that would be open when you were open, to give people more of a reason to come downtown,
Yeah.
was extremely difficult, and it never happened for us. But I'm
Right.
glad it happened for Old Horse, especially.
Yeah.
I think them and Silver Grizzly work really well together.
Yeah.
Which helps
Because
And
they're
then,
open
like,
almost the same hour,
and
like
they-
in the
they've-
evening.
They've
Right.
built up that reason to come downtown
Mhm.
after 5 p.m.
Yeah.
So
There's a
then
nice coffee
other
shop, a nice brewery.
other
some good
people
restaurants.
see that and they're like, "Oh, cool. So let's do something that's not normal business hours."
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
whether it be a
Well, like
restaurant
Silver
or
Grizzly and
whatever.
Oil Horse, when it first came out in, 2014, 2015?
15.
Yeah.
Or, I think they opened that location in 16.
16?
Yeah.
Okay. When that first happened, like, that was like, the fuck is going on? Longview has a place
Yeah.
that's not a franchise or
Mhm.
not, like, it was crazy.
Yeah.
You just had to
And
be here. It was
So
wild.
I think Old Horse opened the year before, or 2 years before
Gilmer.
Gilmer Brewing Company.
Yep.
opened.
I didn't realize y'all were open that long.
This is a cool story. I know it's not cool. I just remember it because I'm dumb. I went to the Old Horse one time and you were there. This is like first year, like pretty early in the game. And I was like, hey, like we haven't seen each other in a long time. And then not even 6 months later, you open up your own brewery. And I was like, that makes sense. I get that.
Little research trip.
Yeah.
So I moved here. I've been here for 8 years. 9 years? It'll be 9 years this year. Bought this house in 2017.
Yeah.
Is that
So it'll be 8 years. 2016.
Okay.
It'll be 9 years this year.
you? Yeah, you grew up here though.
Mm-mm. I grew up
No?
in White Oak.
Oh, okay. You grew up in the area.
Yes.
is what I meant. Yeah.
Adjacent.
Yeah.
So, and then we opened in 2018.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, I didn't come out there till 2021.
Yeah. So many.
Yeah. I think it was 2018.
When did you move to Texas?
2015.
2015?
Yeah. Well, okay. I started college in 2015.
Laterno?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then fair, and then I graduated in 2019. Started work with him in September 2019.
Okay. So you've been working there since right out of
Mhm.
college.
Yeah. I had one other job, but it was a week-long nightmare. So
You told me that.
yeah.
It was over at not C. Miller, huh?
No,
C.
no, 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 no. That was
C.
an
Wrights.
that was an internship. That was cool.
Yeah.
I worked there for 2.5 years.
You told me about C. Miller, and I was like, I welded there one time.
No, I had a job for a week. It was oil field. They hired me to do like field engineering kind of thing, and they were gonna pay good, and I was happy. And then, so I started on a Monday. Let's see. So I started Monday. Moved in, shaved my beard on Wednesday for a fit test on Thursday.
For a respirator.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then moved into my apartment on Friday.
And you quit next
And-
Monday.
No. I got fired on Monday.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I
And then that day, James Covington sent me, like, I told him what happened. Because I was living with them because I graduated in May, didn't get
Yeah.
a job till August. And so for those 2.5 months or whatever, I was living with James and Courtney. And he's like, come back. And I was like, dude, I just signed a lease. I can't just come back. I have to break the lease. It's a bunch of money, all this stuff.
Mhm.
And he just started sending me places around town that, like, have engineers. And one of them was Satellite.
Nice.
And I called Satellite the day I got fired. And then a month
Damn.
later, I'd start working there.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I fucking oil field work.
I'm so glad I'm not in it. I never wanted to be. I
Right.
couldn't find another job.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I know I worked for Baker Oil Tools, Baker Hughes, and we went through engineers like fucking underwear, dude. It was crazy. Like, dudes would show up and they'd be there for like a hot minute and they're like, they're not going to work. Because, like, the field engineers, they have to, like, kind of learn how the process goes. So they'll
Yeah.
go out with tool hands or they'll work in the shop with fucking, like, warehouse men and shit
Mhm.
like that. And, like, the next thing you know, they're not cutting it. Deuces. And then Baker Oil Tools had the fucking nastiest engineer. He cheated on his wife like 1,000 times. And we went out to eat one time, and I, like, you know how you, like, you don't mean to read people with their texting? But he was on his phone, and, like, I looked over, and it's like, you're a hot, dirty mess. And I was like,
I don't want to be here anymore.
and it was just a number. It wasn't a name.
Oh,
I was
that's
like,
fantastic.
yo. And, like, he told us, like, he was, like, being honest with us. He's like, yeah, I'm trying to work things out with my wife, this, that, and the other.
Doesn't look like it.
And I saw that, and I was like, wow. Like, what a cool guy you are. It was cool. But I'm glad I'm not in. There's a part of me that kind of wish I would have stayed in it. Because I have a friend that now he works in, like, Saudi Arabia. Like, he goes over there for a couple of weeks, comes back home for a couple of weeks. And, like, I was talking about IRS tax stuff, and he's like, yeah, if the IRS is talking like I owe him $40,000, I was like, say what? And I'm like, that doesn't
I
make...
made that money out of the country, bitch.
Yeah. It's crazy. And, like, we were equals back then. Like, we were doing the same shit.
Yeah.
And now he's...
Oil field can be so lucrative, and it can be so terrible.
Yeah.
You know?
It's
Like, so
definitely
insecure.
It's
I guess.
definitely like a single man's job. No kids, no, like, nothing that
It's
necessarily keeps you
Man,
rooted.
it's messing John up right now, because he got a promotion, and so he's been traveling like every week, and he's just not in town. And they have 4 kids.
Yeah.
yeah.
And he's a business to run.
Yeah.
Like, just the business alone.
I mean, Ellen can do most of it, but
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, John does
Well-
like the brewing, all the brewing related stuff. So grain ordering, hop ordering, all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. Ellen can do everything else.
yeah.
Well, it's like... I've kind of stayed true to my guns on this. Like, when I had kids, I kind of made a promise to myself, like, I'm not getting back into this shit. And, like,
you gotta be home,
yeah.
or
and-
at least close.
But I have flirted with it working at different, like, shops. It's like oil field adjacent.
Mhm.
Like, we work on oil field equipment. And there has been times when I've worked fucking 712s for months at a time, but it was like, I'm home. Like,
Yeah.
even if it's for like 2 hours,
Yeah.
I can spend that time.
You're
and-
still there. You're not
Yeah.
17 hours away or
But
whatever.
it fucks me up. My kids remember those days. They're like, I remember when you went to work every day, even on Sundays, and that's not when you're supposed to work. And I was like, shut up, man. You don't know how hard it was for me to do that. It sucked real bad.
Yeah.
You know, my ex would like send me pictures of them going out doing stuff, and I was like,
Y'all have
"Great.
fun.
This is the funnest day for y'all," you know. And they were just comfortable. They could buy all the things. So it's like a weird fucking balancing act.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's tough.
I won't work it anymore. I'll stay at 40 hours, and if I can't make it work on that, I'm just not going to do it.
Yeah.
So at Zach's art studio,
We got way off
dude.
topic. Hell yeah.
Welcome to Truck Beers.
so he's got all kinds of fun toys there, right? He's got the little Kroger
He's-
electric shopping cart that I was driving around.
So yeah, he has a shop a rub around shopping cart.
yeah. What was that?
Hover around.
Oh,
Is that what it's called?
that's what it's called. I'm not sure that that's what you said, but
I
that's
said
what
rub
it's
around.
called.
Yeah, rub around.
I think it's so fucking funny that y'all say that's a shopping cart, but you call everything, the other things, the manual ones, a
Buggy.
buggy.
Yeah.
We called, back in the greater
Do you?
Idaho.
Hey, it's got a motor. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
Do you call it a golf buggy?
No,
It's
it's
a
a
golf
golf cart. There you go.
yeah, so I call
You see where we get that?
no.
That maths.
Yeah, well,
Fucking loser.
I don't know that I had a name for the powered ones. Like, we never called it shopping cart, but
What'd you call it?
probably like,
Bitch wagon.
maybe a buggy?
Penis mobile?
Maybe we swapped it? I don't know.
Power buggy. That makes
No.
sense.
I just know we called the manual ones carts. And then
I mean, it is a cart return. You do put the
Yeah.
shopping cart back where it goes.
it's a shopping cart, it's not a shopping buggy.
Right.
Yeah.
But like in the vernacular of this area, if you push it,
It's a buggy.
Unless
Because-
it's on a dune, then it's a dune buggy and
Well,
it's
that's
motorized.
Oh, yeah.
But we
or,
don't
if
have
you, or if you pull it behind you, then it's a wagon.
or a buggy.
They call those buggies?
Those are typically wagons.
Yeah, well,
got-
it's
It's like a little
no,
red wagon?
but like if you talk
it's a
about
wagon.
like a covered buggy,
Like a horse would pull?
yeah,
That's a covered wagon. Now that's something,
and or buggy.
motherfucker, they didn't take buggies on the Oregon Trail. They took wagons.
They also ate each other. So
And everybody had
that's a different
dysentery.
trail. That's a different trail.
oh, you're talking about the
the real Oregon, yeah, the Oregon Trail.
yeah.
They ate each other on the.
I'm
fucking,
thinking like when I would play Oregon Trail on the computer when I was a kid, and
Yeah.
like you got dysentery, this, that,
Every
and the other,
time.
and it makes you think of the Donovan party.
Yeah, the Donovan Party's Sierra Nevadas in California.
Donovan,
Donner.
Donner.
Yeah,
Yeah,
We'll get there.
I'm just,
that's the Sierra Nevadas in California. That's not the Oregon Trail.
that shit I took earlier really took it out of me earlier. I'm just like
Spent.
struggling, dude. Yeah, we get to Zach's, and like we just committed like all the debauchery. Like on the last
Yeah.
podcast, it's like I really need to tie one on. I need to go fucking, balls out, all this shit. We get to Zach's, and it's like he shows us around. Everything's going good. We're drinking, and he has a go kart. He has a shopping buggy.
Whatever you want to call it.
Power
I don't give a shit.
motor-
Just call it whatever. I just thought it was funny.
Fucking karaoke system.
He had
I sang-
not a go kart. He had a. What'd you say?
He had he had a go kart. It wasn't running, but he
Yeah.
also had a mini bike.
The pit bike.
Yeah. He had one of those Predator motors on it.
Mhm.
It was pretty sweet. And he was just that thing fucking rips.
Yeah, it does.
Actually,
Yeah.
like we followed him back to the place on that when he's like driving that. I was like, God damn, he's fucking flying right
Yeah.
now. To be fair, he was pretty hammered too, so like it makes sense.
Checks out.
It was a
Yeah.
good time. It was a good time.
And then we started shooting golf balls.
That's how it started.
I
Yeah.
have to say, the upside down right-handed club.
You smoked.
Dude,
I
that was
smoked
great.
it. Oh my god.
So the weirdest thing about that is when I hit the driver, it made a spark.
Well, the wooden one.
Everyone sparked.
No,
Oh,
because I hit his driver.
oh.
No, it sparked when I missed. I didn't.
Was it just
You
static
had to have
electricity?
hit something.
Was it just static electricity?
I don't know,
You're the smart one.
but like that's how I knew I was
Not
keeping my eye
electrical.
on the ball really well because I was like, it sparked, and everyone's like, yeah, I saw it. I'm like,
I didn't see it.
how did it? I have
was
no.
very sober
It
at
would
the time.
say it is a composite rubber and
Mm-hmm.
plastic ball
2.
a plastic tee, and whatever the face of that driver's made out of, which is probably
Flint.
steel.
Or aluminum or steel, yeah.
Hot flint.
Probably steel, yeah.
None of those things should make a spark when struck. I
Yeah.
didn't hit the sidewalk.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
It was the wildest thing. I was like,
It didn't make sense.
No
like,
sense.
It
Yeah.
sparked when I did it, and I missed the ball.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not hitting anything though. Like
unless there's somehow whatever grass
we're
is in
tearing
front
the
of there.
fabric of fucking reality. I don't know.
It had to be like static electricity or something like that. You
I
know?
don't know.
Who
But we were
knows?
hitting golf balls like to the train. There's like a train track up the road. We're never gonna hit it. So far.
Well, no. But there was trees in the way. We were hitting into a gully across the street with trees
Yeah.
in the way.
That smelled like absolute raw sewage.
Well, that's why I didn't go over there.
Well, then someone bust out the fucking soccer ball, and like we're in the middle. What road is that? High Street.
Cotton.
We're in Cotton, kicking balls back and forth,
Yeah.
and like cars are coming. Like game off, game off.
It's a 4-lane road too.
Yeah,
That's fantastic. It
Yeah.
was so fun.
and then
Kicking soccer balls in my Travises, you know? It's a good time.
dude,
And then we saw the slowest fall down in the history of mankind.
the ball's rolling the Craig like this. It's a good speed, but not.
It was like a little pass, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And I was like, it's going to take the break because it like rolled up the edge of the lawn and went back on the sidewalk. Craig like lines up. He's like, yeah, I'm going to kick it across the street
Craig.
to Chris. And it's like swing and a miss.
Dude.
And it wasn't even close. It was like a foot and a half away.
The ball wasn't even to you yet.
Yeah, it was terrible.
It was so slow, and then you fell.
Backwards, up a hill.
Yeah. and I-
Also, as slow as like gravity ceased to exist in that moment. It was
the
the
space time continuum was fucked.
maybe
dude.
maybe all the sparks from the golf club
I don't-
fucked up something. I don't know.
When you hit the ground, I hit the ground.
Oh yeah, I like.
He hit the ground so soft because he fell so slow.
I hit the ground harder than you did. I was fucking pissing my pants, dude.
And
I
don't-
could not take it.
Don't take this offensively, but you're a full-size human.
I'm a large human. Yeah.
I've never seen a small person fall that slow. I've never seen a big person land that soft. I've damn sure never seen a big
It's
dude
like you
fall
were
that
on
slow.
fucking strings, like you were a Marriott. Like,
Somebody just lowered you down.
like someone took the fucking wind out of your sails at the slowest pace
It's
possible.
like when you let the air out of a hot air balloon. It just kind of goes,
I like honestly like I thought about this shit today at work, and I giggled to myself. Like it was
we
a
talked about it on Monday at work. It was great.
fucking
That's yesterday.
Yeah.
shout out to Chris Williams, like hooking us up with apple slices
Peanut
and peanut
butter.
butter.
Yeah, I was
Oh
like,
my
thanks,
God.
Dad.
That was like the
That was
fucking.
so good.
He owns the juicery here in Longview. Him and his girlfriend, wife.
Sure.
But like
His lady.
his
Partner.
And he
That's-
does the screen printing stuff.
he does. I want an Ollie's Marlboro shirt.
Dude,
I
that's
didn't know
the
it was
first time I saw that, I was like, I want that shirt.
I got a PP so bad. Out of my ass.
Again?
No, I just got my ass.
Okay.
Speaking of Marlboro, I was building the Lego Marlboro F1 car
Yeah.
when I tweaked my back on Sunday.
You
Sitting
may
on
be
my-
also the
sitting
only
on my
human
fucking couch.
that's ever told me that they hurt their back building Legos. So, like,
Oh, it was.
you're not helping your case.
No, I know. Yeah, it's fine.
But I get it. It's fine.
It was. Yeah, I like sat up and it just tweaked, and I was like,
Uh-oh.
shit.
This is not okay.
Yeah.
It's alright, I hurt my leg somehow. Sunday. I don't know. I don't know how.
When you went to the grocery store,
I guess.
pushing that cart or the buggy
I
just a
didn't
little
even,
too
I
hard.
didn't even do that.
Oh.
I picked up things I needed. I didn't need that much stuff. I made carne asada,
Ooh.
and I didn't have any orange juice. And
Ah.
that's one of the big things in the
Yeah,
marinade is
yeah,
orange
yeah,
juice.
it
And I
is.
was like, I guess I'm going to the store. I didn't want to, so I went to Brookshire's. They were closed because it's Easter.
What? You have Brookshire's out here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Went to Brookshire's. They were closed. Went to Walmart. Got a few things. Came back and I bought like fajita meat.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm just gonna make carne asada fajita meat and then make tacos, which is what I did. It's fucking fantastic.
I think your neighbor across the street saw my dick.
It's alright. They're real old. They probably can't see that far.
Yeah. If you had 20/20 vision, you couldn't see that thing. I just was hanging off the side, and I like looked up, and they were like looking through their window, looking like right at me. I was like, ooh. I just kept peeing. And
Sorry, if the cops show up, I'm gonna do what Craig did to us at the golf course to be like, it was that guy.
I'm sorry. That's Seagross.
Oh, yeah,
Seagross did that to you.
Yeah, but
To,
you set
me.
us up for failure.
I was going to my ball. My ball was in the direction I was going.
You were 60 yards from your ball.
Well, there was a very angry old lady,
I'm aware.
so I
She
did
was
not want to
yelling
deal with
at
that.
us.
Yeah, correct.
Because you were like, mm-mm.
Yeah,
they're still playing golf out there. At Buster's?
they are.
Yeah.
Oh,
Every time I drive by, there's someone in a golf cart playing golf.
So I don't know if those are people that were like members that have their carts up there,
yeah.
or if there's whoever bought it is keeping it
Open.
as a golf course.
So like it would make sense to me to fucking buy it.
Keep it until you're ready.
Well,
I mean, unless it
it's
costs a bunch of money to maintain or something. Which, I mean, water costs is a thing.
It's true.
Although they have the ponds. I assume that, like
Buster's
Alpine and Buster's...
fucking water their grass.
That's fair. That's fair. I assume that all those... Like, the golf courses around here just water off the stock ponds, right?
Mm.
I assume. I know back, like, in Oregon where I'm from, they just use city water or well water or whatever. But I
don't know.
assume, like, Alpine uses the ponds
I
because
would
they have, like,
assume
12
so.
of them.
But
see,
there's
so.
also like 2 or 3 months out of the year they might not have a pond to draw off of.
That's
that,
true.
That pond at Alpine's always got water in it.
The big one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, all of them, really. Well, not the little tiny ones, but, like,
Right.
the one on 12 by the road, the par 5, and then the one on 5, the 2 on 5.
Yeah.
They always have water. They're pretty large.
I would assume that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Um,
Because I was talking to, you guys probably don't know, but I was talking to a guy at Oil Horse the other day, and he was like, yeah, I kind of like golf, but I don't like the ecological ramifications.
Pussy.
And I was like, hey, fair.
such as
Water.
It's,
yeah, but if you're using pond
Yeah, if
water,
you're using pond water, it's
who
different.
cares?
But if you're, like, piping in city water or well water or whatever, that's a different story.
Yeah.
But I told him, I was like, I assume, like, Alpine uses pond water, because they've
Right.
got 7 ponds.
I have never seen Alpine water anything.
I mean, I assume they do it at night because that's the only time you
Gilmer
should
does it
around
in the
here.
morning.
Oh,
'Cause there's been a lot of times we've been out at Gilmer that
Oh, yeah,
sprinklers
yeah,
are on.
yeah. I mean, back home they'd be water anytime during the day.
Like
But-
Gilmer has sprinkler heads, but they're like those ones you put the thing in and
Yeah.
twist it.
Yeah.
well,
So you
in
have to manually
Texas,
do it.
watering.
But I'm not sure where they're pulling their water from.
And they've got.
Because
oh,
I've
yeah.
seen
They have one pond, one pretty large pond.
they've got one big
nine.
one and 2 small ones.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
9, the par 3 over there,
8.
and 8. Yeah.
So there's a pond at 8. There's a pond at 6.
Yeah.
Par 3.
And
And
9.
there's that big one that's right in the middle between 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the one at 9. Yeah, they've got
Yeah,
4.
they've got
yeah.
4. That's probably where they're pulling their water from.
Yeah. I mean, you have to.
Well,
I have to assume they do, because otherwise the cost would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
from my understanding, like watering your grass during the summer in Texas, like either A could be like a bad thing, just because like it gets so hot, evaporates, fucks your grass up.
Yeah.
Or there's a drought and they frown upon that shit.
Well, I know last summer here in Gilmer, we were on like water conservation. Like if you had to go by your house number. Like if
Mhm.
you were an odd number, you could do it this day, from this time to this time.
Mm-hmm.
If you were even number, it was this day from this time to this. And it was always like at night or super early in the morning.
Right. I know in 2011 there was no watering your grass.
That was a bad year.
Yeah.
I've heard
2011
stories about that year.
we had over 100 days over 100 degrees.
Yeah.
In
And
a
wasn't there
row.
like a
In a
bunch
row.
of fires that year
Yes.
too?
Yep. Yep. It fucked a lot of shit up. And like I was balls deep in the oil field. It was the worst summer of my life. Like it was insane.
It's interesting about fires, because like back in Oregon, there's forest fires every year,
Yeah.
and big ones, every year.
It's because you're too close to California.
No, it's just because there's so much empty land that they don't care if it burns, because it's just the natural state of things. So then a forest fire will start in the middle of nowhere, and they'll monitor it, and then if it gets
Just let it burn.
if
Yeah.
it gets within a certain
That's
range
good
of
for
people.
That's good for the land to
Oh,
a
it's
certain
fantastic.
extent. Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause, I mean, it's a natural way the land was design.
Well, there some cleaning fire is what you need to happen. Like,
That's like
get your underbrush out of the way, let the trees grow.
Yeah. There was a really bad one in the gorge, which is the Columbia River Valley, between Oregon and Washington. A few years back, probably 2018, 2019, something like that, where they did a gender reveal, and it lit like a 300,000 or 400,000 acre fire.
Oh, no way.
That
That kid's going to be legendary.
So it burned like houses and stuff in little towns along the way, and it jumped the Columbia River.
Yeah.
Which at that point's like probably a half mile, 3/4 of a mile wide.
Wow.
Like it
must have been windy.
Yeah.
Well,
And they couldn't. So the problem was that in that area they can't log, they can't do controlled burns. So there was just controlled like growth of underbrush and trees and stuff. So it just went so quick.
Yikes.
Damn.
But like if you do like controlled burns and stuff,
Well,
I'm no forest expert either.
That's what happened
so
in California. This last fire they had in California was because they cut all the funding for all of that maintenance.
Yeah.
Well, they cut the funding for the maintenance, and also some of the reservoirs were drained. Like,
I mean, California's.
And
that's
they
a
also
problem,
cut
but
half their fire department
Yeah.
budget, so that didn't help them.
yeah.
It was like a perfect, like, the mathematical shit for the fuckery was there.
I've heard on different podcasts and people talking about like different homies that can like know about fire and things like that. They all say like it one day everything is going to burn, and that happened partly last year or like a couple months ago, because like they have the Santa Ana winds.
Yeah, it was the perfect.
The
math was all there.
So like that's what most of the firefighters that work out there like. It doesn't matter what we do, no matter what. Like we can do all the preparation. Those winds will move a fire.
Hot, dry wind.
Yeah,
just gonna feed it like crazy.
Well, it's fucking 40 miles per hour winds, dry condition. You can't stop that.
Yeah.
There's no fire break you can make that's going to make that happen.
Yeah.
So
there was a fire in
just the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
But it comes from the Pacific Ocean inland,
yeah.
and
then it hits the mountains.
Yeah.
It's just like, hey.
God damn.
There was a fire in Southern Oregon, and Southern Oregon is like Southwest Oregon is just like sagebrush and hills. So there was a fire down there, and the winds were ripping. And there's a video from like a park cop or Forest Service or something with a dash cam. And the fire, you can see it start in the one side of the camera, and it goes across and crosses the road and keeps going out of frame in like 30 seconds.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yikes.
It just rips through there.
I remember in 2011, I got a phone call from my dad. In Camp County, there's a creek called Lily Creek, and it's fucking a hop, skip, and jump from his place. And my dad planted all these fucking pine trees after we got out of the cattle business. Like, keep your homestead tax. We do trees now. Well, like, pine trees are notorious for getting dry first. Like, that's why it was like a kindling for here. Like, all the pine trees.
When it freezes, they explode. And when it's dry, they're
a match.
That's why Christmas trees catch on fire and burn houses down all the time.
And not only that, all the fucking needles that drop, it's just kindling. Like, so he called me and he's like, "Hey, there's a fire at Lily Creek. I need your help." And I was like, "What the fuck do you want me to do?" Like, I don't know what you want right now. Because, like, yeah, I can drive out there and sit there and watch everything burn. Like, there's nothing I can do.
Just get the garden hose, just start spraying the trees nearest the house.
It's acres of trees. Like, there's nothing we can do. Luckily, nothing.
Just gone.
Yeah, nothing happened. So it'll be a good payout for him one day, I guess. I don't know. But like at that time, he was like, "This is your fucking inheritance," and I was like, "I guess. I don't know."
These are trees, Dad.
Yeah, it was scary. I remember like every morning waking up, going to work, I'd smell like a campfire. There's fires everywhere. It was nuts. Where my ex-wife lived at that time, like fires were all around her, and like it looked like fucking fog.
Yeah,
that's nuts.
For days.
That's how it was like every other summer back home. It's just smoke would roll in and it'd just smell like fire for a couple weeks and then it'd go away. Yeah. But back there, Oregon's so sparsely populated that a fire can burn 300,000 acres and not touch a single house.
Yeah.
Damn.
And here and that was one of the stark differences for me when I moved here, was that you drive along like 20 or any sort of like back highway or anything, and
There's
you go
houses.
town, and then you go from a town to the next town's 30 minutes, but there's houses the whole way.
Yep.
And it's,
You can't drive far enough to not see someone living somewhere.
yeah, like West Texas is when you got to go past Fort Worth.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's so different than back home, because back home it's like town, highway with no houses, town.
Nobody lives in between.
No, because a lot of the highways in between are in the mountains, and there might be a house or two back in some little hollers and stuff, but like
Do you have hollers in Oregon?
we don't call them that, but just, yes,
When you said that, I was like, really?
no, we don't call them that, but it's the same thing.
I think hollers are actually like a cool thing. Like if you, like Tennessee and Kentucky and everything like
So
that.
there's 4.272 million people in Oregon.
Yeah, which is less than Dallas Fort Worth.
Really?
Yeah, and I think almost 2 million of those, through 3 million or close to 3 million, are
Yeah.
in the Willamette Valley, which is Portland, Salem, Eugene.
The population of Texas is 31.29 million. That's
Just-
Texas.
Yeah, just do DFW. I think it's like 8 million, 8.5, something like that.
Yeah.
Eight
The
point-
Metroplex.
8.3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Metroplex is.
So there's more people in the Metroplex than there is in Oregon.
Double plus some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, 4 times.
What was it? Oh, I thought Oregon was 4. So it'd be double.
4.2. Yeah.
Yeah.
So almost exactly double.
Yeah, and I think Portland is only 1 million-ish. But then Salem, Eugene, and like the Willamette Valley is kind of pretty populated, and so it's probably in that 2 million-ish range total.
Right.
Portland, Salem, Eugene.
Well, I think in Texas, like you can buy property anywhere. There's nothing sacred.
So-
But I think Oregon.
There's a ton of national
Oregon's
forests.
Yeah.
98.5 million square miles. Landmass.
Holy shit.
Oh, Texas is way bigger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to think the King Ranch is bigger than Oregon.
No.
Yeah. Everything's bigger in Texas. Come on.
The DFW Metroplex is 9,000 square miles. And there's 4 times as many, or 2 times as many people.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to live here.
Yeah, when I moved down here, I looked up the population of DFW, and I was like, oh, there's more people here than Oregon.
What a
The
weird.
Texas landmass, I'm sorry, that wasn't million square miles. That was square miles. Texas is 269,000 square miles.
And Oregon was 90,000.
98,000 square miles.
Hmm.
But I bet you.
So DFW is a tenth the size of the
Yeah,
state of Oregon,
with double the
and has
population.
double the population.
That's why they're all angry.
Yeah.
They got all them neighbors and nothing to do.
Got all them teeth and no toothbrush.
Got all them teeth and no toothbrush. Do you miss Oregon ever?
I miss the mountains
Only in the summer.
and the
The summer
winter.
fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Like I
It's
love.
terrible here. I hate it in the summer.
Oregon. There's parts of Oregon that are also miserable. So I played a tournament at Wine Valley, which is a pretty well-known course in Washington. It's an hour and a half from where I grew up. It's a link style course, so no trees or anything. 107-degree dry heat, just sun beaming on you.
So,
it was
like-
awful.
So like 107 in Oregon, is it anything close to our 107?
Well, there's no humidity, so
Yeah.
it's 100.
I'll take humidity, or I'll take dry heat over humidity.
All day,
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
It's just out there. It was so. There was
Right.
no trees, right? If there's shade and it's 107 with dry heat, cool. In
Yeah.
the shade, it's 85. Like it doesn't matter.
Right.
But with the no shade golfing, and it was a junior tournament, so it was slow as shit. I think it's 5.5, 6 hours to finish the round.
Yeah.
It was miserable.
That's how we play golf.
I want to play that course again because
5 hours of what?
Oh shit! Y'all got Tank Abbott on the podcast. You're an MMA fighter fan, yeah? You're an MMA guy.
Yeah.
You know who Tank Abbott
I
is?
don't.
Really?
I don't.
Oh fuck. He was like UFC's number one
Oh, that's fantastic.
heavyweight. Does he look like Tank Abbott?
It's close enough. He's a white man with a beard. He's big. Yeah. That guy.
Yeah.
I'm much more squishy than muscly though. So.
He was like the UFC's like heavyweight for years.
He was one of the old school. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool shit.
It's like
That's
white.
funny.
It's like white Kimbo Slice.
I saw a video the other day about Kimbo Slice's like
Is that Earthquake from WWF? All right. All right.
Speaking of WWF, I watched
WrestleMania.
this weekend. It was fantastic.
I've seen highlights. I didn't watch it. I'm a fucking loser. I really wanted to, but I just didn't have it in me to watch it.
I watched it on Sunday Live, and then I watched after that was over, I watched the replay from Saturday because I forgot it was this weekend.
I think it's dope as fuck. Is like John Cena's a heel.
Yeah. Oh, it is great. He plays the heel really well.
Like there's fans crying because they're like, you're not supposed to be this guy, and John Cena's a fucking piece of shit right now. It's really cool. Also, I know wrestling's not real,
Yeah, I'm not,
but it's
I've
real
never
to
been-
me.
I've never been a wrestling fan.
And then I watched Raw last night. Because Raw's on Netflix every Monday night. I usually have to watch it on
Yeah,
Tuesday.
Netflix has got
I
everything.
usually
now.
have to watch it on Tuesday because we do the podcast on Monday.
Yeah,
So
You're
I watched
welcome.
it live last night. It was pretty good because it's the Raw after WrestleMania, which is always batshit crazy.
so like fucking
Pat McAfee got choked out by a dude.
Triple H, he got done with WrestleMania, and like he says, like, all right, I guess we're waiting until next year. And this guy drops all these papers on the desk. It's like, that's what's next. He's like, I guess that's the off season. Let's start over.
Thick Teddy Swims. I can't sing nearly that well, so no.
That'd be cool though if you could.
This is like a queso chat right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's the best human alive.
Emery Machine Shop.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, he's a good guy, but he knows how to
Is
fucking
it Drew?
yeah.
Okay. I think I've met Drew before.
Probably.
Probably at the brewery.
Did you ever go to Gilmer Brewing?
Oh yeah. Teddy hymns. Hell yeah.
That
The only sentence I've probably ever said to Drew was, "Can I get a Pritchett Fog?" and "Where's Matt?" So
I've drank many Pritchett Fogs.
they're so good.
They were fucking great, dude. And when you know people, they let
Yeah.
you have more than their fucking recommended amount.
The reason it's a limit of 2 is because me.
Yeah.
Because I drank 3 and I was like,
We cannot let the
We
masses
can't-
have
I-
we
this.
can't let everybody do this.
I enforced the Moonpool 2 drink limit at Oil Horse because
Yeah.
I've seen people on 3 Moonpools and it's not. I don't want to deal with it. Like,
So fucking Chad has a friend. We had a show at Ollie's. This is the first time this dude's been out in public in years. And he just came because Chad shared on his socials. Fatty Arbuckle. Jesus. But like, so he comes to the show and he's sober, and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to the brewery and get a 6-pack." Come back. He bought a 6-pack of Moonpool and he drank it as we're playing, like as the show's going on. He drank Ron Daly,
John Daly, but not John.
oh, okay.
not John,
Okay.
but he drank like all 6 of them within like
That's a compliment. I'll take that one.
fucking 2.5 hours.
Oh, no.
And he was
What was it?
Moonpool.
Ooh. Ooh.
Chad's.
You don't do that.
It was like
Ooh.
Chad's childhood friend, and he was at the fucking Ollie
oh.
show.
I used to work with him at General Dynamics. Yes.
Okay. I can't think of his name. I can't fucking think of his name at all. But he was like either like complimenting you or also trying to fight or fuck you.
At the same time. All at
He's
the
like,
same
no,
time.
no, you're a good guy. You're a good guy. But listen,
Fuck you.
if you about it, we can fucking do it or we can fucking do it. And I was like, what are we saying right now?
All of the things.
And then like Josh was like in the middle.
What's his name?
Zach?
Jason.
That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Bro single-handedly disproved Flat Earth.
Oh,
He fell slow. He almost disproved gravity.
I want to say we talked about it last week for a minute, but now I've had more time to look into it. The Blue Origin launch with all the girls.
Oh, have you seen the SpongeBob memes about that? This is hilarious. Keep going.
So there's one video after they land. So there's like one video of them landing, and then there's another like cut to like the fucking thing landed. The ground doesn't match up.
Oh.
Also, pressurized capsules don't open from the
That's what
inside.
That's where I'm getting at. So the one where the ground doesn't
Outside,
match.
sorry.
So check it.
Oh, no, they don't open from the inside. Yes, correct.
They open inwards.
This is my thoughts on it. That capsule with the ladies and they're all like floating around or whatever. That's probably what they were in, but it was already there. They probably shot something.
It's a ride at fucking Disney World.
Right. Well, no. I don't think they went up.
No, I don't either.
Yeah.
They do. So they do zero-G flights.
Yeah, but you don't have to go very
No,
far.
no.
It can be pre-recorded.
Well, yeah, but like, so one of the professors at Laterno, former professor, I don't think he's still there, is on the board for NASA and part of
So he's a Nazi?
Zero. What the hell is that? Zero-G flight? Something like that.
Yeah, the one where they take you up and like
They take a 737 in a parabola pattern. And at the top, you're in zero-G.
Right.
So you like that? So have
It's
you
like
seen?
if you jump on an elevator while it's going down. It's the same thing.
Right.
Have you seen the picture of Stephen Hawking in zero-G?
Does not compute.
Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
The professor I had in college is next to him.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Lichtenberg. That's his name, I think.
Fucking Nazi. That's
something
You're
like
right.
that.
Yeah, I was right on the money.
Anyway, I mean, they could have done that. I have not looked into this at all.
So like
I just like making fun of Katy Perry for kissing the ground after being in space
My
for
favorite
11
one
minutes.
is like, she's like, I'm an astronaut now, and Jennifer Aniston is like, from Friends, is like, yeah, I went to the zoo today. I'm a koala bear. Like,
so like
if being to space for 3 minutes makes you a astronaut,
Gail
then
King.
I'm a gynecologist.
So Gail King said in a commercial or not a interview, and she was like, "Have you ever been to space?" Like getting into this fucking dude's face about it, and it's like they fucking took a flight. If everything is right, if everything they say is true, they went up for.
They were in
63 miles.
They were in space as much as the dude that jumped out of the balloon for Red Bull was in space.
And Bezos.
If
'Cause
they
Bezos
did it.
went to space too.
Well, it was Blue Origin. That's his shit.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well-
coincidentally, Bezos' grandfather, I found this out today, ran Los Alamos and was an original member of the M12.
No fucking way.
Yeah, his maternal grandfather.
It's all money, dude. It's
The
fucking
I
stupid.
don't know what the M12 is.
Oh, hey,
Which one's him?
This one.
tell
That one.
him who M12 is.
I'll give you the exact fucking definition of M12 because I don't want to butcher it.
What butter being charged for a podcast appearance these days?
Shut up, dude. Hold on one second. I'll give you the exact. Hold on. It's also known as the Magic 12, but it's spelled like this.
Brother, you did that.
You're talking about the M12 like they were like the organization that made fake documents for UFOs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes.
It's
the Magic 12 spelled like this, and he goes.
I'm sorry. I was reading it too. The Majestic 12.
What's butter being charged for a podcast appearance these days?
Let me read this to you because I want to get it completely right for you.
Oh, so you're gonna use Google AI?
No.
Oh,
So after Roswell,
Yeah.
the
which is
You-
also bullshit, but okay.
the U.S. government formed a organization,
Okay.
which is how they handle every world impacting event. It was the Majestic 12, and it was like scientists and
It's made by Truman.
experts in different fields, like kind of cover all their bases or whatever. And it was to handle the
the load of questions.
UFO problems, basically, is what it was.
So
And it's been
it's an alleged secret committee of scientists and military leaders of
officially debunked, but
Yeah.
depending on how far down the rabbit hole
Yeah,
you want to
that's
go.
fair. Yeah.
So, like, Roswell happened, and, of course, there was... Apparently, there was, like, eyewitness testimonies of things that people saw that weren't a part of
Mhm.
the government. And there was tons of questions. At first, they said it was a weather balloon, and then they were like, no, it was this, that, and the other. That's not... They just made a committee, basically, of all these professionals, and it was... Listen to this one podcast from a dude that was part of like British intelligence.
MI6.
Yeah. But he was literally, his job was to like take on cases. Like basically the like British version of the X-Files.
Yes, I listened to that Chris Ramsey episode.
Dude.
That was good. So the newest episode of American Alchemy is all about Henry Kissinger,
Oh, really?
and it's
Have you finished it?
no close.
I need to fucking listen to it.
That's how I found out about the Bezos connection, because he talks about this one dude
Well, like,
that was involved with Kissinger back in the day. That oh by the way, is Jeff Bezos' maternal
if
grandfather.
you look at anybody that's...
How are you a grandpa of a robot or
Bezos?
lizard person?
No, he's not a lizard person.
No, I'm thinking of Zuckerberg. My bad.
Yeah, that's...
Damn.
Yeah.
Got my billionaires mixed up. My bad.
There's
So
only
sorry.
there's only fucking 100 of them.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. If
You've got a lizard person, an alien, and Bezos.
Yeah.
if you take like the top 10 billionaires, like their whole net worth, and you were to distribute it to everyone else on Earth, everybody would not have to work. Like this is worldwide, not just in America.
My favorite stat, just to put it in perspective, kind of, is if somebody was to earn like, I don't remember the number exactly, but if it was like $1,000 a day or an hour, from the time Jesus was born to now,
you would
they
only,
wouldn't have $1 billion.
right.
Like or the other one is how long do you think 1,000,000 seconds is?
It's over.
It's not very long.
No, it's way
it's
long.
Like, it's like a no,
28
it's-
years.
No.
Way
It's
further.
like 11 days or something like that. Something dumb like that. You can look it up.
Million. Sorry,
Million.
my bad. I thought you said billion.
Billion seconds?
Yeah, it's
is
like
32 years.
32 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
it's like
fucking
months to year to 30. It's like a couple months to 32 years.
And like, I'm not even asking for that much.
And so the top billionaires have like $200 billion.
Yeah.
A million seconds is 11 and a half days.
11 and a half days.
Was a billion seconds.
33 and a half years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking
It's
nuts.
wild.
Well, like,
It's
You
numbers that
just
you can't
multiply by
comprehend.
60 every time.
Yeah.
60 exponentially.
Yeah.
31.7 years.
Like you can't comprehend that as a normal human.
no.
I mean, millionaires, that's hard to comprehend for a millionaire, let
Yeah.
alone a $200 billion plus dollars.
Well, like,
And granted, it's not all liquid assets, right? Like, it's all mostly in stocks and shit, so you can't really, But you can borrow against it, which is also dumb. It's like it's unrealized gain, so it doesn't tax, and then you borrow against it, but you don't. There's no income tax.
Hey,
on borrowed
tax this
money.
dick, or whatever
Well,
Benjamin
that's-
Franklin
yeah,
said.
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah.
What's that? Have you seen the?
We talked about this last week.
He didn't listen.
No.
It's fucking wild to me, also,
Yeah.
by the way.
You're on our
You
podcast,
don't
so you haven't
listen
listened to a fucking
You're
second
like,
of it.
Hey, I want to come on the podcast.
The sexy off-white shiplap.
It's like,
I like hanging out with y'all.
I love you.
I
You're
like hanging out
yeah,
with
you're
y'all all the time.
right.
So it's weird for me to listen to my two buddies.
Just talk shit.
Just
when you
talk
could just
shit, yeah.
fucking hang out.
Yeah.
See, you've gave us the best idea, and I don't know why we haven't done it yet. We might do it since we have fucking wireless mics. But like you said, like us on a golf course.
Oh, I said we should mic you up because it'd be wild.
I say some wild shit.
Yeah, you do.
I don't need a. Yeah.
We could take these mics everywhere.
Yeah. And we can just fucking hook up the camera and just go for it.
Be cool.
Friday when we played golf, I was bone sober on the first hole, which you should be.
Shaking, by the way.
Not that kind of shaky though. Like, I've got a. Who is this BTW? I have no idea. I'm too drunk to wind it back. This is our friend Craig Wallace.
I work with this Matt.
Yeah. You're just gonna type it out. We just never mind.
Yeah, it's fine.
My bad.
I gestured and everything.
No, I've got Craig
Muffin
W. I've got to get some things figured out with my anxiety because like it's getting out of control. But like Friday, I was like stressing hardcore. What's up, Craig?
Muffins W. You set him up for that. Now I'm upset about it.
What were we talking about?
Your shaking problem.
No,
Anxiety.
I had.
Before that, I don't know.
Oh well, yeah. I was fucking.
Oh, you were giving me shit for not coming on the podcast or not
Yeah.
listening to the podcast.
And we were talking
And
about.
you say, get this idea of micing us up on the golf course.
Right.
Hey, here we go. We're back.
I'm my truest self at the golf course.
It's a good time. It's yeah. I saw some pictures the other day on Facebook, like memory from 10 years ago. And it's like, damn. I've been playing golf like most of my life.
I haven't even played a year yet. I'm not into it a year yet. It's honestly, it's like my fucking most favorite thing in the world now, though. Like, I can't play fucking softball anymore. Too old for it. I could, but like I know my knees will not take it anymore.
Yeah.
But like golf, it gives me a chance to fucking figure some shit out.
I get so much shit for work. It's a good time. By good time, I mean it's not a good time. That's why I'm drinking so many of these.
It's a great time.
I still didn't get that fucking 1038 update.
Shocker.
Because somebody else had it fucking open.
I know.
Which is ridiculous that we don't have... Sorry, I'm not going to get started on work.
I spent all day on the lathe, not even doing shit for work. It was great.
Oh, hell yeah.
Cole's building some turret thing for something. And he was like, hey, can you make these parts for me? I was like,
Absolutely.
for
yeah.
sure.
Hell yeah.
We
Dude,
looked at the fucking lathe at
I-
Zach's house.
I made that old wood lathe.
That thing's fucking
sexy.
dope, dude. I want
It's
to
an old
fucking get it
belt
running.
drive wood
Yeah.
lathe. Yeah, you
so
were there.
cool. Yeah.
We're all three of us were like, no. It's fucking has 8 speeds. It just depends on where the belt's at. This,
it's
that, and
Like,
the
I
other.
don't think the belt goes like this, though. Like, what?
His belt is only the right length for
one
set.
speed. Yeah.
Well, it's for... No, it's for 3, because they were... It's
No,
opposite.
I tried it.
Oh.
It only lines
It
up
doesn't-
in tensions on one.
Yeah.
Never
I think what it is, like, you can put more than one belt on it, and you can like.
No, it's supposed to be one belt that works for everything.
It's just not
I
the
think
right
it's
belt.
just old. No, I think it's just stretched out.
That belt was.
It's probably
sketchy
been
as shit.
ran in that position
Forever,
its entire
yeah.
life.
It's probably fucking hotter than shit. Like if you crank it up, because where it was at was on the low spoke to the
Yeah.
high. I bet that motherfucker is
Screaming.
humming, dude. I want to fucking get it going.
Dude, everything that I made for him though, I held to within like a 2 thou tolerance.
Hell yeah.
On a manual lathe, and I was
Hell
like,
yeah.
okay.
That's better than some CNC machine shop.
Yeah. No, it's we've been getting more lathe work at my job. We're not a fucking machine shop. We have a lathe. We have a Bridgeport. We have all that kind of shit.
Mhm.
But we're not a machine shop.
Yeah.
We're more like, hey, I've got this XYZ. You need to fabricate it, whatever it takes. But like different oil field companies will come up to her like, hey, we need you to fucking put threads on this, that, and the other.
I haven't tried to do that yet.
That's a bitch.
Drew would probably know better than anybody, but like it's kind of like once you kind of have the right like setup, and we have to Google shit sometimes.
Oh yeah,
We're like,
that's what it's for.
we have this lathe, we have this part, and we're trying to put this on it, and we've done pretty good. Like,
His microphone's proper. It just doesn't have a stand.
Fuck you. No, I don't mean that. I like him a lot.
I mean, the microphone you're hearing is over here on a stand, so it's fine.
yeah, this is his microphone. This
Yeah, the
is,
mic he's holding is only for Spotify.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should listen to Spotify. It's good for everybody.
I'm not even sure his mic's actually recording for Spotify, so it's fine. Maybe just Craig's a YouTube only guest,
Hey.
which is going to be really weird
Yeah.
later.
Check. Yeah, it's kitchen
Check,
something, huh?
check.
Yeah, see,
Check.
there's nothing though coming through on his.
Kinda.
Check.
There's something.
Check. Oh, do I need to hold it closer?
No.
That's on me. Is it the one on the far right?
But it's
It's
recording
That's-
something.
It's picking it up. We'll figure it out. You know what? I'll figure it out.
This microphone you're using, I bought it at Walmart.
The connection seems a little sus.
It's just part of the microphone.
It's molded.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
not.
it
You don't
moves.
take it. Yeah. Oh shit. So we bought that at Walmart because we were doing
I'm sure that helps your
a
audio.
giant fucking.
Well, that's like we were doing. That's when we did our ghost episode at
Yeah.
the place
Ruthie's.
downtown at Ruthie's, and I didn't have any more microphones.
Right.
How'd y'all do the one at Ollie's? With all four of you?
We had these.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
This was
these.
like 3 months before. that.
But Chad used his drum mic.
And it was so hot.
God, dude, he was like,
I could not make Josh's mic sound like a human.
yeah.
It was so bad.
Chad's mic was like, ah, like it was so much louder than
Yeah.
ours. It was cool, man.
It's that was like, so I don't, when I edit, when I edit the podcast for the audio side of it, I don't really do a whole lot.
Yeah.
I do like a master compressor and a master limiter, and then like split the channel. I make everything stereo when I
Mhm.
edit it. It's easier to fix it that way than to record in stereo and fix it.
Yeah.
It's probably just because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But I don't usually do a lot of level adjusting. That episode took me probably longer to edit it
Then
than it did to record the episode.
Right.
And I was like, I can't. I had to turn Chad damn near all the way down.
Yeah.
I had to put so much bullshit on Josh's track, and I was like, this is as good as it's gonna get with what
If
I
I'm
got to
being
work
honest,
with.
that was one of my favorite episodes.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
I hope this mic's working for Spotify because that's gonna fuck up the episode pretty well.
Well,
if it,
you will be caught in these microphones. It
Yeah,
just
you'll
won't
get
be-
some background.
Yeah, it won't.
And
it-
I can probably pull the audio off YouTube also.
that's fair.
Yeah.
I was wondering why, if you could do that.
Yep.
Because like so many podcasts,
I say yes, like I'm confident. I
so
don't
many
know.
podcasts have just one mic, but they probably also have different interfaces
Well,
and
fuck.
stuff. So
The dudes that do this for like a living.
they,
They
spend a
have-
shit ton of money. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have the SM7B or whatever that microphone is. That's
Like,
like
if- I think
$500
if-
bucks a piece.
If we spent $6,000,
$29.
yeah.
Nice.
Sounds fantastic. $19
Hell
for
right.
the set.
Oh, nice.
If we spent $6,000,
Not
we would
great.
have the best quality you can imagine. It wouldn't even be a question.
Yeah.
It's just the fact we don't have $6,000.
Yeah. I mean, you don't. That's not
And that
what you need
includes
right
like that's like the new a new computer
now. Mhm.
to like be able to fucking
That's the only thing that I would like. If anybody out there is looking for like a donation pile,
Cash App.
like just buy us a good laptop.
That's it. Yeah.
That'd be cool with that.
You, I mean, you could probably find a pretty cheap desktop, like especially like at a.
I want it to be a laptop because we got to be mobile.
We're mobile.
Oh, that's fair.
We're
That's
a mobile
fair.
podcast.
It's fair. Never
Like
mind.
that's the one thing we've been able
I'll
to
fuck
hang our
off.
hat on. Like we can do this podcast anywhere, anytime, any place. One day. Don't be talking about what I do with money. I was thinking like $6,000 for the whole shebang.
Yeah, like that would be like a full. That $6,000's a lot. Like most of that would be a computer.
Yes. Laptop would be if we did a laptop, it'd be like $1,000.
Yeah.
But these mics are great. Like everybody wants to do the Shure, whatever.
SM7B or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are fucking top notch. I'm
yeah.
not mad at them at all.
You don't. I mean, the average Joe doesn't need to spend $400 on a microphone. The audio interfaces, I don't know anything about. That's the problem. Like I know a little bit about microphones,
Yeah.
I know a little bit about computers, but I don't know anything about the in-betweens.
Right.
So, and I think a lot of that chunk of change would go to a better audio interface program.
Hmm.
Like Reaper's great, and I think Reaper on a better computer would be even better.
Yeah.
But when it's just the two of us, we run Audacity, which is free.
Right. That's
Audio-
what I explained to that.
Audio interface works great
Yeah.
for 2 mics.
Right.
Anything above 2, it won't work. So you have to do something different.
It's kind of like we've kind of figured out a weird system that only works for us and it doesn't make sense. That was a good question.
We're
When's the
working
next?
on it.
Yeah, we're talking to the guys, and we might do that soon. It just depends on everyone's
Yeah.
schedule.
Yeah. I think it's kind of up to our schedule. But
Yeah.
they keep asking us when we want to do it again. And we're like,
And we keep telling him, give us a schedule.
whenever I don't have my kids and he doesn't have his kids, we can do it. And they're like, okay, cool.
It seems like that's been pretty opposite weeks lately.
I need you to give me dates
So
and I can answer your question.
yeah, so like I take my kids Friday and most of the day Saturday, and then I give them back, and they spend Saturday night. And some Sundays I get them and we do other stuff. Like it's just a kind of a back and forth. Like from the very beginning, I was like, I don't want to like ruin your weekend, and you don't want to ruin mine. So like Saturday night, if you want to have them, and like sometimes I've had them like Saturday night and I've had them Friday, or not having Friday. It's just
Yeah.
it's kind of how we want to work things out. Now that she's in a relationship, it's kind of doesn't matter. So, but before that, we just wanted to have one night during the week that we can just let her hair grow.
How's that working out for you?
Sucks. It's not working out at all. I read this fucking thing today that red light therapy can help your hair grow, and I don't see how that works. I don't know. Dude, when you show your fucking back,
My shoulder popped like a son of a bitch, yeah.
I don't know. There's a part of me that wants to try it. Just like wear a weird hat that makes red light and make my hair grow, but it's not going to happen. I just know that.
Worth a shot.
Not worth $100.
Like, what's really weird though, you put it on your head and you'll grow hair on your palms.
Yeah.
And you'll be
Yeah.
like, oh, this is the fuzziest handy ever.
More hair on my tits.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have chest hair. I just got hairy tits. It doesn't make sense. Look at these fucking things, dude. Just hair tits.
That is weird.
Yeah. When I was younger, they would say like, "Oh, you're part Native American. That's why you don't have hair on your chest." And then I did my fucking 23andMe, and that's not the case at all. I'm just Irish. So whatever the fuck happened back there, I don't know.
It's because you ain't got no snakes in your blood.
That's it. Pure
I don't know what that means.
iron snake.
Do you not know the story of St. Patrick?
No, honestly, no.
How is your hair that red?
I'm Scottish.
He's Scottish. He doesn't give a
Scottish.
fuck about the island.
Yeah.
So the story of St. Patrick is he drove all the snakes out of
Oh.
Ireland.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's no snakes in Ireland.
No.
Yeah.
Except for that one that they just found like
Yeah.
a year ago.
That's cool.
And this motherfucker's like, goddamn snakes are back.
Yeah.
I don't like
So
this at all.
The snakes are kind of like the pagans, the people that had their own kind of way of living, and like Anglo-Saxons had their own religion in a way, like they just fucking worshiped the stones and shit like that. Ireland was a lot like that. They spoke Gaelic, and what?
No. I was
Oh,
just looking at you.
I thought you did this and that. I'm sorry, my bad.
He said gay lick, and you looked over, and he was like, wait, what?
I got something gay you can lick. So, what's his name? Patrick. St. Patrick
Oh.
was...
Oh, Patty.
So, like, he at first was part... He got kidnapped, and he was part of, like, this, like, slave route. And he was in Ireland, and he learned the language. And then he escaped, went back to, like, Rome, Catholic Rome. And,
R.I.P.
couple years later, Pope.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I sent you something I wanted to talk about.
fuck yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of wild. They sent him back to Ireland because he knew how to speak the language, so he went back to Ireland.
Because he was
I
there
knew
as a
that.
he
Yeah.
was there as a
Yeah.
missionary.
Yeah.
well, like after the fact,
Yeah.
he was a slave in Ireland. He escaped that, got back home, and joined the church, and the church is like, "Oh, you can speak their language? That's crazy. I need you to go back and be kind of like a missionary."
Yeah.
So he set the foundation for the Catholic Church in Ireland, but he didn't do very much. It was the people 100 years later that worked off what he did.
It's wild that we turned this holiday into
Has nothing to do.
absolute shit faced.
Yeah.
So
Ireland beer. Yeah,
Yeah,
checks
that's
out.
fair. Yeah.
the shamrock, the 3-leaf shamrock, that Ireland, whatever. That's kind of like the Trinity, Father, Ghost, and the Son. Like if you look at the Irish flag, it's actually the green is for the Catholic Church, and the orange is the Protestant, and the white is the people in the middle. And like that's been like the fight the whole time. That's why you had the IRA fighting Britain back in the 90s. Like Ireland's been stuck in between this one sect of like these people and these people. So now they're full of immigrants, and Conor McGregor's going to run for
I'm
president.
gonna get a whiteboard to mark pee breaks.
You going to pee?
Yeah, I'm gonna pee.
I'm going to pee soon.
I'm getting.
I can't wait for you to come back
Yeah.
so I can pee, and then we can talk about the Pope. Yeah. There's this. Oh man. So I have family that are Catholic.
Okay. I don't know. I don't think I know any Catholics. Do I?
I'm like part Catholic.
I don't think I do.
I don't think it's like a fucking like your blood or anything. Like, oh, I'm part Catholic. No,
No, it's not like
no.
Jewish where it's a people.
It's just a legalistic religion. Like it's. I don't necessarily care that much for Catholics and things like that. He's back. I'm gonna go pee. Yeah. I was just talking about like I got family that are Catholic and they're gonna hate me after this.
That's okay. So like the first live YouTube episode we did, we had the mics here.
Just kept peeing and leaving them.
And then and it was weird because like the microphones are gone for Spotify, but like they're still live on YouTube. And then you went back and listened to it, and like you can hear it. These microphones pick up really well, so you just hear. So we've just started leaving the mics in here and then going and peeing or whatever. So it's fun. It was hilarious. I was like, oh, that's crystal clear.
Just need to open this window here.
Yeah, just piss out the window.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea, actually. Yeah.
Got 48 miles to the gallon on the way out here.
Nice.
Yeah, 42. Sorry, 42.
You like your Maverick?
Fuck yeah, I do.
Loving it.
Yeah. It is a little liberal on the mileage. So I quote what it tells me, but
when you do the math,
if I go to my app and actually do the math, it's So I've filled it up 3 times since I bought it. I got 30.
You bought that thing like 2 months ago.
End of February, yeah.
Yeah.
36 and 34. So it's not as good as it says it does.
What are you talking about?
My Maverick.
It's still really good.
36 and 34 is fantastic for a little pickup.
Yeah.
That's better than my Honda got almost ever. Unless I was like driving to like Dallas or something.
Just interstate the whole way.
Yeah. The best I ever got in that thing was 37. And I was going downhill across Kansas.
Do you know I get in the Tahoe?
2.
Yep.
My F-250 gets
5.3 motherfuckers.
14.
Yeah.
My F-250 gets 11 to 12. So.
Yeah. Fucking 5.3 Vortec. It ain't playing around.
Yeah.
That Ridgeline gets 18.
Yep.
That's not bad.
Your Ridgeline has the same motor as my Pilot, or I used to have a Pilot.
Yeah.
Now I don't. It's still in working order. I see it all the time, but I love that fucking
I need to
Pilot.
break too.
Be out the fucking window.
Yeah. The back porch?
Just don't let the dogs in.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't let your dick hit the dirt.
You can piss on them, just don't let them in the house.
Don't let your dick hit the dirt.
Let me watch that video real quick. I want a refresher.
Baby, he sent that to me on Messenger.
Facebook, yep.
I'll get it to you, baby.
That's a great podcast, by the way.
Ninjas
or Butterflies.
Yeah.
They're.
I like them a lot.
They get a little Christian-y with it from time to time because they're a church-based group.
Oh, are they really?
Yep.
Well, hold on.
I don't want to dig through your.
Don't go there, baby.
I don't want to dig through your droves.
You want to talk about a wild fucking game to play? Look at my algorithm.
Just trade phones and look.
Let me turn this up. There you go. Don't touch anything else. Luckily, it was like,
That's not it.
what the fuck? Hold on, go to Messenger. Go to you. Look up. There it is.
That one.
And click it. Hot tits.
That's not
What
it.
the fuck? It's not letting it.
Never mind. I know what we're talking about now. I'm gonna miss a lot of the details, but I'm gonna wait for Craig to get back.
I know a lot of it, and it's kind of wild.
It's insane.
I would love to see. I would love to see like if it's true. Like so there was a book,
Yeah.
and it's talking about the Pope. Like, what is it called? That's the fucking thing.
Yeah, because they give you all the details in that video that you can't.
Why
that
can I
you
not
can't
watch
see
it, dude? It keeps just playing whatever it wants.
I never did.
That's not it. It just showed me fucking white man can jump. We're trying to find the video that we both saw.
About what?
The Pope. Why do people keep saying J.D. Vance killed the Pope?
You don't. Oh, come on.
I don't know.
I haven't heard that either.
You haven't heard that either? He visited the Pope on Easter Sunday. The Pope died the Monday after.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like 7 hours later.
He
Really?
visited him
Yeah.
on Saturday.
No, it's Easter Sunday.
He died
At
Monday.
least he died Monday. He visited him Easter Sunday, died Monday. The
Okay.
memes I saw were like,
Yeah, I've
the
seen.
Pope met J.D.
I didn't
Vance,
know.
died of cringe.
Dropped him like the national championship trophy.
Yeah.
I didn't know he came in. I didn't know that was a thing.
All right, so I'm gonna play this video. Credit to
Ninjas or butterflies.
Ninjas or Butterflies, and then we can talk about it.
Here's something terrifying. Please. I want it. Have you guys ever heard of the prophecy of the popes?
There it is.
No, I have not heard of that. Okay, I just came across this. We'll put the documentary link in the description. We'll have to try to remember that. Yeah. But watch this documentary.
His beard's better than mine.
Crazy. So
This is a
Better than mine, too.
was found in the
it's a very much longer video than I sent you, and
in the 1500s.
Yeah.
And it was authored by what the author said. His name was Malachi of Armagh, which he was a saint from like the 1100s or something.
yeah. So this is the book that he wrote is a recap of
Saints in the past.
a much earlier pope
Yeah,
that predicted like
the popes that are coming.
we have this many years, and then in the middle will be this pope, and then there's this many more years,
Oh,
and then we'll have
there's-
popes every.
and like Pope John Paul that just died.
Francis.
John Paul was the last pope. France, like after he dies, there's one more pope, and then the next tile in the Vatican is the end times, Armageddon.
Oh,
So Francis just died. There's one more placard because in the Vatican they have.
It's all around the top of the Vatican.
mm-hmm.
It's just he's like,
And there's only one left.
Yes, there's one empty tile left,
Ah,
and
and it's been there since
yeah.
like 1150 something. They put
So-
all these since this dude wrote this book and made this prophecy. They've laid all these out.
so there is this conspiracy prophecy. I don't know what you want to call it.
I'm going back to our video. Sorry.
God damn you, Cody Rodenberg. Yes, we're live.
Yes, we're live.
He so like in this prophecy thing, not just the Pope story we just talked about. There's a couple other people have said it. Like 2027 is supposed to be.
That's where the math runs out on this specific prophecy.
just
also.
like 2012.
No, this is the Catholic Church, not Mayans. So
I'm a little skeptical. I'll be honest.
no, I am too. No, I am too.
There's like 3 places that I can't go that I want to go.
Chichen Itza.
Been there.
I've been there.
I want to go to the pyramids,
I
and I don't mean just like go
want
to the
go
pyramids.
there. I want to go there so
in.
fucking
I want to go
bad.
in the pyramids.
I think they do tours inside. Of the,
Nah.
Not
like
as
not what you want. but
Not
they-
what you
yeah,
want.
Yeah.
I want to go to the Vatican Library.
You can't ever
You
do
can.
that. You can't ever do that. So the Vatican is.
And I want to go to Area 51.
So that is.
Yeah, that's low on my list because I like. I don't care if the military's lying to me.
I know they
well,
are,
area.
but I
so
wanna know what's
so
there.
like
the Vatican, I want to go to That
because
would be
of Bob
You can
fantastic.
go to the Vatican.
Well, I mean the library.
I
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
go, and you can go to parts of the Vatican.
Yeah.
but not the full thing.
I
You
want
wanna
to
go
go
the full thing.
downstairs.
Yeah,
so have you heard?
same thing like the National Archives and stuff like that. Like here.
Yep.
That to me, I feel like there's more shit.
Oh, there's way more
In
shit.
Rome.
Yeah, the Catholics have covered up
So
so much
the
shit.
Everything.
The Vatican, the city of the Vatican City. It's its own fucking jurisdiction. It's
own
its own
country.
It's the
yes.
smallest country in the world.
Like they have more pull, more fucking
Mm-hmm.
power than pretty much anybody.
A fantastic movie is the
Da
the
Vinci
Boston.
It's a great movie. Also.
No, it's about the
Boston
Popes.
bomber.
No, it's about the popes in Boston. The Boston Globe did a huge report on them.
The Cardinals.
No.
There's only one pope.
Oh, you're right. The Catholic
it's-
Church in Boston.
Okay.
It's about the Catholic Church in Boston. I'm sorry, forgetting my language is mixed up there. And it's about like child abuse
Yeah.
by the
and
popes
they move
and all that
the
stuff.
fucking Cardinals around.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
move like they'll get one allegation here.
That's the
and
one-
then they just fucking
Spotlight.
move. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, it's so good.
There's that one fucking cardinal that like we found out that he sexually assaulted numerous mute and deaf kids. Like they couldn't communicate.
Yeah.
It's the fucking sickening like
Yeah. They cover up so much stuff. I have a yeah. That's a conspiracy theory. I'm down to get behind. Like
it's not a conspiracy theory. That's
Yeah.
been
It's
proven.
proven fact.
Yeah,
the
that's fair.
bishops
That's fair.
the bishop has been moved
I don't think
by
you
the
understand
yeah,
what
no, you're right.
conspiracy
No, that was
theories
the
are.
misspoken
So like
there. Yeah.
the Vatican Church moved those bishops around to different townships. This is before the internet. This is before like
Yeah, they
social
moved them
media.
from like Boston to middle of nowhere.
Did you hear all
and
the,
they
Pennsylvania.
fucking kept doing
Yeah.
their fucking nasty
Did you hear
shit.
about all the shit in New Orleans? Just like 10, 15, 20
Nolans?
years ago?
No.
When the Saints media team helped the church cover up a bunch of shit?
Oh no!
Yeah.
No.
And the only NFL franchise that said anything about the Pope's death?
the same.
The Saints.
No.
Yeah. They've got weird,
No, I love the fucking Saints so much. Don't say that.
it's... Look it up.
I can't.
Google it. Google it.
God damn it! Fuck. I don't know what other team I'm gonna like.
So when, like, it's, I think this was like 2007
I didn't know this when they were going on the Super Bowl run.
maybe a little bit after that. Like, it's been in the very
They went 2008 when they went to the Super Bowl.
recent history, right?
Yeah,
There was a
Bishop
that was like hammered for that shit,
and the Saints.
and the Saints PR department helped them like
so
spin the story.
Mr.
to the news.
Beddington paid these dudes to fucking do the thing that they needed to do.
What's up, chili cheese?
What's up, my man?
Uh-oh.
Which Matt?
Matt C.
This one? It still shows it's green.
Yeah, he just can't hear. You're not close enough.
I'm not close enough. We're sharing.
We're
today.
sharing mics tonight. Sorry,
Yeah.
you're just gonna have to like put your headphones in. I can't fucking do this anymore.
Yeah.
If the Saints,
Yeah.
the underdog of all underdogs.
I mean, I know Jerry Jones is a soul-sucking vampire, but
he sucks baby blood for sure.
but he never covered up.
no, fucking he
Yep.
did it.
Yep.
I bet he's covered up some shit.
That's only been his shit though.
Yes. God damn it. Fuck.
Sorry, we got on topic, and I just had information that.
No, it's fine. I didn't know that shit. I fucking thought like the Saints were pure and they would never fucking hurt my heart. And they are doing it every year now. And now they cover up fucking child.
That was a minute ago.
no.
Once you do that, it's fucked.
Yeah,
you
fuck
can't
forever.
Come back from that, in my opinion.
If
true.
some guy shows up into my shop and he goes like, "No, I'm a really good guy," and I'm like, "Yeah, I feel like you're a good guy." Fuck yeah. And he's like, "Yeah, but like 20 years ago I diddled a kid." You're fucked forever, dude. You're not my friend anymore.
Yeah, you lose.
I'll spit it into
Do
your
not pass
fucking
go.
face.
Do
Do not collect $200. Fuck them.
Cool dick, loser.
I gotta look this up. Cool dick, loser. I can't. I gotta look this up, and I can't. I can't fucking stand. Fuck. Are you serious? I'm not gonna look it up. Right. Don't do it. Don't. I'll do it after the podcast. That's fine. Don't do it, Matt. Please stop. Fucking stop. Don't do it, please.
This is his podcast too.
Yeah, he's part.
I have the keyboard right now.
Yeah,
I can do whatever the fuck I want.
I
I'm like the wedding singer, motherfucker.
I could say so many words right now that can get us banned from shit.
Maybe don't do that.
Nah, I'm not. I can't.
I'll send you a link.
Okay. God damn it. What other team am I going to...
Saints' secret role in Catholic Church abuse scandal exposed.
Fucking god damn it. Fuck the Catholic Church.
Saints organization responds to leaked emails with the Catholic diocese.
Oh my god.
NFL email reveals extent of Saints damage control for the Catholic
Saints,
diocese of
I've
New
got
Orleans.
so much Saints gear that I can't wear.
This all came out earlier this year. Like
Oh,
in
really?
February. Yeah.
You know what? My Google alert didn't tell me this shit.
I wonder why.
I wonder why. God damn it.
I didn't hear about that at all. That's wild. That's like
I guess I'm gonna, like-
the corporate church. Is
So
strange to me.
this is from 2018 is when it happened.
That's pretty recent.
It's more recent than I remember it as
Yeah.
being.
I hope you guys can see this right now. I'm rooting for the Bills. I'm a Bills Mafia kind of guy.
The
But I gotta go through a
Dolphins?
table.
Really? The Dolphins?
No, the Commanders. Come on.
I'm not doing the Dolphins.
I'll go Lions.
Maybe Lions. I'll go Bills.
I can't do Commanders. They're
I'm not
the same
doing
division as the
Commanders.
Cowboys.
No,
because
that's fair.
I mean, they're going to be really good, but I can't.
no,
I also don't give one shit about football. So
I'm not doing
I
Falcons.
don't care.
I can't do Falcons.
I won't be the Commander.
But they used that they're fucking arch nemesis to the Saints, so maybe they're trying to fight child pedophilia. So maybe I should be a Falcons fan.
Sure.
But Atlanta's fucking a mess.
Tastes like chicken wings and glitter. And dirty $1 bills.
Seahawks?
Hey, I like the Seahawks.
I bet you
Dude,
do.
I got fat off of it. Okay.
Just recently?
No. But, so, when they won the Super Bowl, what was that? 2010, 2012,
2011.
2013, something like that?
2012.
Hey, you remember when they lost because they decided to throw a ball when they
I
had
don't
the
know.
best running back in
I don't
fucking NFL?
Hey, Marshawn Lynch, we're not going to give you the ball
So
to let you do your fucking job.
Yeah, so I don't remember it. But when they won the Super Bowl, the McDonald's around the area had this the Seahawks meal. It was 2 triple cheeseburgers and a drink for $5.
Holy shit.
And a fillet of fish.
Yeah.
No. 2 triple cheeseburgers and a drink for $5.
Yeah.
My friend and I ate those religiously.
So right now in Texas, anytime the Rangers turn a double play in a
Oh,
game,
fuck yeah.
you get a free double cheeseburger.
Yep.
With a $2 purchase.
Yep.
So you get 2 double cheeseburgers. For
Oh, I'm aware.
$2.30 sometimes. Yeah.
When it comes to the Texas Rangers, I know all the fucking facts.
When the local where I grew
Number
up,
one in the West.
when the local college made 100 points in a basketball game, they would
shit.
give out a free McChicken to the local
They
McDonald's.
scored 100 points in their basketball game?
like regularly, yeah.
Who?
The
What team?
Mountaineers, Eastern Oregon Mountaineers.
Oh, okay.
They're D3 probably,
But they're fucking good enough to be D1.
Hey, SFA
No.
SFA went to
The fucking, yeah,
the
semifinals.
they made it to the round of 32
oh
Yeah.
like 3 years ago.
They were the bracket
they're an
breakers.
independent school.
Yeah.
no, I don't think so. The Mountaineers are not like that. I know of, they're not great, but whenever they'd score above a certain number,
Think about some mercury.
I'm gonna buy
whenever
me a
their
Mercury
mascot
and go-
looks ridiculous too. I hated it, but when they would score over a certain point,
like a turd.
they'd hand out the free McChickens,
Nice.
and we'd always stop at the one McDonald's in town
Yeah.
on the way home, which was packed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eastern Oregon Mounties. Yeah.
The-
Yep.
So, so in like what is it, 2011? Papa John's had this deal for the Rangers.
Little kids.
No,
Wasn't that Papa John's?
no, he said the N word.
he said the
Oh,
N word. He
that's-
had
okay.
nothing to do with diddling kids. He
Hey,
just
I got my Skittles.
listen,
mixed up. My bad.
motherfucker.
Seattle won the Super Bowl in 2014.
Okay, yeah. So 2014-15, I got fat off fucking triple cheeseburgers.
That's when it
Only
started.
mac sauce. Yeah. Well, no, I was fat before that.
Fatter.
Got fatter.
So
Dude, triple cheeseburger only mac sauce is fantastic.
That mac sauce is terrible.
Well, it's better than ketchup.
was it like Thousand Island dressing
Basically.
ketchup.
Yeah.
and ketchup?
I
Yeah,
like Thousand Island though. So
it's okay. Yeah. So the Papa John's used to have a deal: if the Rangers scored more than 7, you can get a large pizza for $7
Yeah.
or something like
Yeah.
that. Me and my roommate at the time, we were just fucking all up in the Rangers' ass. We watched every game, and like we would be watching a game, and like they would win, and we like, hey Papa John's, like it was fucking.
I
Terrible.
want 3 pizzas.
Yeah, I have spent $21 right now for all these pizzas. That was my fucking meal prep. I just bought pizzas and ate it all the time.
do you have a Domino's out here?
Yes.
Do y'all ever get
Sometimes.
Domino's the 2 for $5.99?
Yeah.
And 2 things cost you $22?
Yeah.
$5.99 plus $5.99 does not equal $22 fucking dollars.
You know, Domino's is absolute dog shit.
Oh, it's terrible.
I fucking hate that place.
I had it again.
Pizza Hut, Domino's, they can lick my asshole. I can't eat that shit.
I had it when I was sick, beginning of this year, I think.
Okay, so
Okay.
what is your choice over?
Moe's Pizza.
That didn't count.
Well, it's where I live, so that's
Okay.
yeah,
Was they delivered to your house?
yeah,
Really?
right to the fucking
Shit.
door.
Never mind.
Yeah,
I can't argue with that then.
yeah. Moe's Pizza, fucking Liberty City.
Mo-
It's
is
so
that the same,
fun.
Is that the
White Oak is
same Moe's and White Oak?
Yes, same.
Okay.
It's his no, it's his brother.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
the same.
it's the same.
It's the same
Franchise.
family. Yeah, yeah,
Same
yeah.
peeps.
So everybody in the Liberty City like Facebook group, it's hilarious. They all say like, "Who's missing their dog? I found his dog. Dog, dog, dog." And then
I'm gonna pet that dog.
and then
Put that down.
and then randomly someone will be like, "I went to Moe's Pizza today, and he is so fucking rude. He ruined my whole experience." This dude. So first off, he's a Muslim,
Okay.
which is fine, and he lives in like right in the middle of fucking East Texas. So like,
It's an unfortunate place for a Muslim to live.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's not an asshole. He's just direct. Me and him get
Like New
along.
York mean.
Yeah, if that.
Yeah.
Me and him get along great. We had one conversation. Like I called him up and he's like, "Moe's Pizza, what do you want?" And I was like, "Hey, let me get blah blah blah." He's like, "Give me 20 minutes." Hang up the phone. Go to the place. He's like, "You're gonna have to wait a minute." And I realized like this dude's hard at work. He's not being a fucking dick.
Yeah.
And then he got my pizza and was like, "Hey man, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much." And like I kept coming in there and everything like that. And I realized like he's not an asshole. He's just working for a living.
He's running a restaurant.
He's running a
Which is
restaurant.
hard as shit.
So like when you come in there and you're like, I don't really know what I want right now. He's gonna say like, "Hey, you got to figure it out because I got shit to do."
Yeah.
That's his whole thing. He's like, I got more fucking important things to do.
So, if we would have gone to the place in Haltom City,
Yeah.
and been like,
Mm,
I don't think I don't. He's gonna be like, well,
Hey.
get the fuck to the end of the line,
yeah.
and think
Let
about
these
it.
motherfuckers go before you.
Because this place was ran by the mafia.
No shit. Like we've talked about this. There's a place in Haltom.
I don't know where that is.
It's north of Fort Worth.
Just outside.
Oh,
It's
okay,
like a
okay.
greater Fort
Oh,
Worth
it's where
area.
it's where that we
Const-
order stuff from there. For work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
there,
TTIs and
Yeah,
Haltom.
yeah.
there's a theater that plays metal shows,
Uh-huh.
and we would go there and play. But like we didn't eat there. We went to the fucking Papa Joe's,
Stand by.
Pizza Joe's, Joe Daddy's, whatever
Mamas.
whatever the fuck it's called. It's a pizzeria. They have calzones and a bunch of other shit, and like
Big Joe's.
Big Joe's.
Oh, it was close.
Yeah,
He was right
Very
around.
close.
He was doing the rim job, you know?
I'll lick
But
it.
the first time we went in there, we got there before everybody else did.
Yep.
We're like, we're hungry. We're gonna get some food. And we walk in, and there's one other person in the
If
entire
that,
restaurant.
yeah.
And it's like a buffet kind of a deal, right? But like you can order stuff off the menu or you just get
Yeah.
a buffet. And
Well, they have shit behind the glass that you can order.
yeah,
They
Yeah,
have
yeah.
pizzas already like pre-made.
Pietro's kind of.
Right.
So, yeah,
right,
very
right,
similar.
Like
right.
a slice joint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
walk in and there's just like this big burly
Fucking
greasy
huge, greasy
Italian
dude.
dude.
Yeah.
like without a doubt. And then the guy that's working in the back that's cooking looks like a 6'4" version of Mario.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then so you go up there and you order your food and like, what do you want to drink? You get fountain drink, canned drink, whatever. Canned drinks are like $2.
Fountain drinks
Fountain
$1.
drinks like $1.10.
Yeah.
Like you can literally eat there for
$4.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Mama, literally, Mama is sitting over here in the first booth by the fountain drink machine
Running the books.
with just ledgers open and just
There's receipts in different piles, and she's like grabbing things, looking at it, writing stuff in, and
flipping
she's,
pages,
That's fantastic.
like with a pencil, like and a calculator.
their
like,
whole fucking wall
it's
is
murals.
is murals of like the fucking Goodfellas, the Godfather, and the Dallas Cowboys. It makes no fucking sense.
None of it checks out.
It's the best food.
I think we sat down and ate underneath Emmitt Smith and Tony Montoya.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, in the same picture.
Rocket
Yeah.
Ishmael's right down the
Somehow.
fucking lane,
Yeah.
dude. It was so crazy. We eat there, and it was like the best food we ever had. And we tell the guys, like, you got to eat this fucking place. So we played there again. So, like, we do sound check, and we're like, we're gone.
No, we played.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We did there because we were first that day.
That's
out of, like,
right.
14 bands. We
Yeah.
played at like 5:30. It
Oh,
was
was
stupid.
this the?
We played in front
The-
of
6 people.
6 people.
No, oh yes.
We played in
Yes,
front of 6
yeah.
people,
I think I told you about this.
and then we load off like professionals.
They're like, we're hungry.
We're going to go get food.
So we walked across the empty lot between the two places. And we had a great time.
And then everybody that ate there was like, what the fuck is
we
this?
told you.
Yeah.
We told
And it was like
There's some
validation. We're like, this is fucking God.
Yeah.
Saying he loves you in a restaurant.
Yeah.
That's
There's-
what this is.
There's some great food in Texas.
No, I'm not shitting you. There's a Italian food place in Glen Rose, Texas, in the downtown area. Like how Gilmer has a downtown,
Yeah.
everyone like there's a courthouse and buildings around it. There's an Italian food place on the fucking east side. It's right on the corner. They have some of the best food I've ever had in my life.
They also have dinosaurs.
They have dinosaurs too
Like,
at the state park.
Where's Glen Rose?
It's past Dallas.
Northwest of Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
On
a it's a hall.
114.
Listen, dudes, if y'all want to make a fucking day trip to go see some dinosaur footprints,
They have like this riverbed that's just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
tracks, and they have fossils.
they also have a
There's
museum.
golf course.
Oh,
That's
oh,
got,
oh, that golf course.
Hey.
that
No, not
one's in
that one.
Colorado.
Oh,
Colorado,
No,
yeah.
I was like, I said that, and then I was like, nope, that's not it.
So they have a museum that's like a creation museum, and they
Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, it's in Somerville County. It's north, pretty much straight west of Fort Worth.
yeah. So they have
What road's it on?
Continue.
no, they have this creation museum, and at the time my brother-in-law was still alive, and we all went as a family to go see the dinosaur footprints, and we went to this museum, and they had a shoe that was like a size 13 shoe, and like this is like an abnormal size foot for a human being, and my brother-in-law had
Brother.
yeah, well, like that's what it said. My brother-in-law was 6'6", 350 pounds with like a size 15 foot.
That's what I wear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like he was like making out like it's not that abnormal. It's
It's on 67.
when we went there the last time, there was a guy doing a lecture explaining like the things you see.
Do you know where Cleburne's at?
I've heard of it. Yeah.
It's west of Cleburne.
Okay.
It's between Cleburne and Stephenville,
Okay.
south of Burleson. So it's pretty much south of Fort Worth,
Yeah,
southwest of Fort Worth.
right.
South of
Oh,
you know where
okay.
Granbury is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
directly south of Granbury.
Okay. By
Listen.
south of Oh boy, there's a racetrack in
Ennis,
Crescent.
no Crescent. Yeah,
Crescent,
Crescent.
which is
Isn't Ennis is not open
east
anymore?
of Granbury. No, Ennis is. Yeah, Ennis.
The drag trip.
Yeah,
Okay,
Texas Motorplex.
I didn't know it was still open.
Yeah, that's where the GTR festival I went to
Yeah,
was.
it's
Okay.
almost it's a little bit
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Crescent.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I used to go to
Dinosaur Valley State Park is in Glen Rose, Texas.
Okay.
I used to go to Ennis as a kid to go see the drag races.
No, so
Bunch of dudes
TX
dressing in what? My bad.
TX2K.
Okay,
there.
yeah.
So it used to be at Houston Motorsports
I
Park.
forget you like love.
Fuck
vehicles.
yes,
yeah,
I do.
yeah.
So it used to be at Texas Motorplex or Motorsports Park, whatever.
Yeah.
On the east side of Houston,
right,
and they closed,
And they
and it's
moved it
now
up.
in Ennis at Texas Motorplex.
right.
And I was gonna go, except for that I had to be in DC.
Fucking.
So I watched 1320 videos. Shout out, that's a fantastic channel.
1320 is the fucking goat of like
yeah.
car videos.
Yeah. I watched their stuff while I was in DC because they did daily uploads
Nice.
during the
Cool.
the show or the It's fantastic. I
Yeah.
also want to go to the Texas Mile. Texas Mile looks so cool.
I want to go to the fucking that island. They do the what is it?
Isle of Man.
Yes.
Motorcycle races.
I just want to go watch that one time in my life, just to see
Chili
people
cheese
die.
swag asked if dinosaurs are even real. I said dinosaurs are still around, brother.
Have you seen an alligator lately?
Right? Or a chicken?
Or a chicken? Or a Komodo dragon?
Fact. Dude.
So there was this fisherman. This is like 30 years
Or
ago,
Bigfoot?
and this is
It's
We don't-
encrypted.
no.
We can talk about
No, we don't
cryptids
need
if
to.
you
We
want
don't
to.
need to.
No, we
don't need
can. No, it's fine. There was a fisherman that found a fish in his net like 25, 30 years ago. And this dude's been a fisherman for 30 years, and he's never brought up this fish ever. This fish looked like it had front fins and back fins. And they like pulled it back, and they're like, this fish is supposed to be extinct like 60 million years ago. But they found this one fish, and this is the fish that they say, like, this is the fish that found its way to land because it had...
The front and back fin?
Yeah. So, like, I don't know. I think all the dinosaurs are in, like, Middle Earth, like in the hole that's up north.
Hollow Earth.
Hollow Earth, yeah. I think that's...
The fish, to me, that looks like a dinosaur is,
Catfish.
no.
They did have feathers, but they're not all chickens.
Alligator gar.
They're
Look like a
fucking
fucking
prehistoric.
dinosaur.
Those things have been around forever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're prehistoric.
I'd never seen one in person until I went to the Bass Pro Shop in Memphis, the Pyramid,
Oh,
and they have them in the pond there.
Dude,
You've never
have you
been-
to the Caldwell Zoo in Tyler?
No.
There is a gar in that aquarium there that is twice the size of this table.
That's
Hey.
big.
hey,
And it's white.
hey. Y'all have never been in a flat bottom boat in the middle of the Sabine River at 4 in the morning and you fucking pull in one of these
Same
dudes?
things.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
not fish. They're
Yeah.
fucking dinosaurs floating around us. It's crazy.
Like, so I didn't even know they existed until probably 2 years ago.
Yeah, you ain't got no
'Cause
gar in Oregon.
They don't have those in Oregon. We have sturgeon, which is just big fucking trout.
Sturgeon though, fuck, dude.
They look old. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have armor. They have fucking armor.
Yeah. There's a
Have you ever seen that catfish in the Amazon that has like armor?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
There's a hatchery fish thing at the Bonneville Dam
Mhm.
on the Columbia River, and they had a sturgeon that was like 8 feet long or 10 feet long or
It's
something
a
like that.
big fucking fish.
Have y'all
It's
ever
a big fish.
have you
Yeah,
done
it's a
any
fucking
of-
trout. It's huge.
have you ever been to like the
not a trout.
fisheries here in
It's a-
Texas?
It's a bigger sturgeon are type of It's a type of something.
Sturgeon.
No,
Type of
no,
fish?
no, they're a type of something else.
I gotta get my charger. I'll be right back.
So there's fisheries here in like Texas. There's one in Lake Jackson that's saltwater, and they'll put out speckled trout, redfish, flounder, things like that. But there's also one here in East Texas, and they'll like produce more bass, crappie, brim,
Mhm.
shit like that. Fucking fisheries are cool as shit. Like I like them a lot.
There's the one that's like.
There's one that we're here in East Texas.
Yeah, it's just outside of.
Palestine.
There's one between Pittsburgh and Mount Pleasant too.
Oh, I wouldn't trust that one.
I think it's just like catfish and shit.
Catfish?
Yeah, sturgeon are a family of the fish that include Atlantic and Pacific salmon, brown trout, rainbow trout, cutthroat trout, and even I don't know what that is.
How are salmon and trout related at all?
They're in the same family of fish. Oh wait, hold on.
I think
Whoa,
fish
whoa.
are the
Google
family of
AI
fish.
and this article disagree.
Not the same thing. Yeah.
I'd like to think.
Oh, here's a great line. So Google AI. No, sturgeon and trout are not closely related. While both fish, sturgeons belong to the family of whatever.
Whatever? What is whatever?
I don't know how to say this word.
Not trout.
You're on a podcast. You better fucking figure it out.
Try.
Can we read it?
Aspenser.
Aspensory.
Dude,
Which one?
that one.
Aspenseridia.
If you say, are sturgeon trout? The first result is no. Sturgeons are not trout.
I didn't say they are trout. I
While
said they're
both are
related.
fish,
So
yeah, sturgeons belong to the order of Ascopensiforms,
this is
and trout belong to the order of
Okay.
Salmonid. So a trout is closer to a salmon.
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 There's an L in there.
Yeah, salmon.
There's a P in pneumonia.
Yeah, it's
Pneumonia.
pneumonia.
No, it's not.
You're on the wrong podcast.
There's an
dude.
O in possum too, motherfucker.
So like, this is what I think. This is my.
Maybe that's an old. I don't know. I'm gonna misled by some old fish
Craig's
from Oregon.
Checks
Craig
out.
is
Yeah.
gonna like discredit this friendship right now because I'm about to say like what I think.
I would have done that a long time ago. Keep going.
I think. So I think.
Craig's like, we're friends.
Yeah.
No.
I think this Earth was. I think this Earth was like all the animals, all the fish, everything that you see today. But dinosaurs were a part of that. I think that we were part of something, and then these ancient beings, ancient astronauts, they came here and they found the most like receptive beings, these like monkeys, and they're like, I think we can put something in it and make them what we need them to be, workers. And they can mine gold for us because Earth had a plethora of gold. And they came down and they genetically modified us. Here we are.
I'm just watching your reaction.
Yeah, I kind of like this. And now we killed off certain things.
Yes, the Anunnaki.
I was getting there. So
Those are the engineers.
those are the engineers. These are the ancient astronauts that came here to Earth and they developed us from certain monkeys. Like some people say like we evolved from monkeys. I think we were monkeys and they added something to us and made us in their image. And like our Bible has been misconstrued.
Okay, for what?
To mine gold.
Why is gold?
Why is gold important to you?
It's not. I don't
Well,
give a
like
shit
why
about
is
gold.
why is gold the thing that we fucking idolize?
Massively conductive is why it would be important to
Yes.
them because it powers. the
But like
systems.
honestly,
That's
if, like no, if you think about it, like if you
How are
go,
they getting off Earth?
who
Them.
The Anunnaki?
Yeah.
they've already figured out space travel. Like for us to get where we're at now is like, oh cool, look at the little Tyke's doing. He's driving up the driveway, but they're fucking going down the freeway. We're not. We're nowhere near what they are. Does that make sense? No, like okay.
Yeah.
I see your
mean,
face. You're like, what the fuck, Matt? I get it. And this is what Truck Beers is all about. What I believe is like we are still in the toddler range. Like they left us here on this earth.
developmentally wise.
Yeah. They left us here on this earth. Like, hey.
Are you familiar with any of this?
No.
Oh god damn, this is great. So
This is why you should listen to the podcast.
they left us here on this earth.
Probably ignore it if I did.
Like
At least his
we worshipped them.
entertainment,
No,
sir.
like we worshipped them. We like they were our gods, our god, or whatever you want to say. That's why like all around the world, everybody has like a similar belief that there was these beings, and there's one of 12, Jesus and the 12 disciples. It's the same with like
The
Greece.
same story is.
It's
in
the same
every-
story, but just kind of like twisted.
Buddhism doesn't believe in like the one
There's
being,
12 principles.
There's 12 principles.
Okay, that's fair.
There's that number
The
and the
12 and the 1.
everything lines up.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts. there's a documentary about to come out, and it's like the fucking headline of it is like, if you're a devout Christian, I'm so sorry you have to watch this. And it's going into this detail. Because, like The Cross and the Mushroom by...
That's a fucked up book.
Yeah, it's wild. It's... What is his name? John Allegro?
Yeah.
He was part of the Dead Sea Scrolls, like, translators. He, like, understood ancient Sumerian. He understood different, like, cuneiform. And he starts reading it, and he's like, no, you guys are getting this all wrong. And he realized, like, different symbols, like, it doesn't line up. And it's this bull symbol. And that the bull symbol goes in different other religions.
Well, his book also goes like
super
deep into like the parables are all lessons about how to raise certain plants and how
Right.
these certain plants have certain effects.
Right.
It's wild.
There's also the Emerald Tablets, and that gives you tons of information. There's a guy, the dude, Billy Carson.
Yeah.
He goes into it, and he's like saying like, no, like race.
Fantastic timing.
Yeah, I'm here. So like he goes into like certain like there's of course black people, there's white people, and there's some in between. Like these people are we're the descendants of different groups. Like there was 3 or 4 different like Anunnaki that had all these people underneath
Like that's what he's talking about. Tho was the leader.
Yeah.
And like he took a certain group of people to a different place.
Like our
taught
melanin,
them all this shit.
like
and
our
said,
melanin
okay.
or
And
skin.
He said, okay, now you go.
The whatever.
The
Nephilim.
The
Yeah.
Nephilim. That's the angel human hybrids. But Tho was like, all right, now you take this information with his 12 people that he took with him and take it all over the world and replicate what I've taught you. And that's how all these societies popped up. They all have pyramids. They all have the same basic theology, loosely quote unquote theology. But that's what the Emerald Tablets are. That story.
Yeah. And it also explains
It's a lot of
like
shit, man. I know you think we're crazy.
No. I mean,
It's
I don't
just-
have an answer, right?
no, it's
I
fun
don't-
to me because
I don't know that
grew
I think
up.
the Bible's real, so like I don't have
Yeah.
an answer to the.
Well, like,
whatever.
I grew
It's
up-
a good story.
I grew up Christian,
Same.
and my dad and I learned how to reading the Bible. My great grandfather was like, "I'll teach you how to read," and that's the book we had. We read the Bible, so I grew up reading all the stories, all the parables, like everything. And now that I'm older, like I had like this fucking crash course on all of the stories of this Bible. And like now I'm here as an adult and I have my own rational thoughts and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You know, like
Every society has a flood story.
everyone.
Yeah.
Every religion, every culture, every
And now there's
to the
these
T.
there's these
Because
dudes.
the Bible's the only real one.
Yeah.
It's the youngest one.
So like now there's these
Well,
dudes.
this translation.
Yeah.
Everyone
yeah.
on this podcast is like, we know, but like we're obsessed with this.
I'm making sure I say I'm kidding for the the viewers.
Fuck them.
All right.
There's these dudes that have like done the research. They're looking at all like
Poor chili cheese swag.
He's a good dude.
he's a
Yeah.
good guy.
I'm sure he's a good guy.
He paid us $100 to give him some commercials for his business. And we did. It was great. I talked about making a pentagram with their product, and what you gonna do? But like there's a dude named Graham
He
Hancock,
was our first call-in guest. So.
Randall Carlson, and there's a
Maybe fuck him. You never know. No, I'm kidding.
I want him to come to East Texas and be on this podcast so we can go nutty.
Space is definitely real. I just don't know if we've ever been there.
Yeah. I don't think I'm an Earth is flat kind of guy yet, but I think like
You should have Kelly Sparks on. He's an Earth flat guy.
We're working on that.
we're working on that.
I'll listen to that one.
Kelly Sparks, he told me that, and I was like, I think I can get on board with some of what you're saying, but like you're gonna have to fucking paint it for me, Like,
That one,
so
I can't get behind that one.
Well,
the fucking girl's going up in space 63 miles. And
Here's
it's
the
like
thing.
No,
barely.
not that
the
thing.
industry.
No, I'm just saying, like,
the industry that we're in, flat Earth we wouldn't have a job.
Yeah, but
Or-
also, like, have you seen the tests that some flat earthers were doing?
Yeah,
you see the dude shoot himself in space and die? Like,
he
No,
shot
no.
himself into a mountain.
No,
Yeah.
no, not
Not
all
that guy.
that. But where they put a piece of plywood up with a hole at 8 feet tall or something like that, right? And then
yeah,
a certain
yeah.
distance
They're across
around-
the lake and they fucking line up the light.
And the guy
yeah.
goes, "Hey," and according to flat Earth, 8 feet, the light should be visible through that hole.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Well, it's not visible. Raise it up to 12 feet, where if it was curved,
Right.
it would be." And he raised it up to 12 feet, and there it is in the camera.
Well, no.
Like that kind of
So
simple
you can-
experiment. And then also like the ancient Egyptians, right? The towers that they built.
Yep.
Every
To
ancient
tell-
society, not the Egyptians.
Well, no, not pyramids, but like they figured out the curvature of the Earth earlier by like the radius of it.
Well, they
better
figured
than-
out how the world was spinning on, like,
Yeah,
through space. Like,
Yeah.
they knew, like, they figured out the equinoxes.
yeah.
Like, the
and
Mayans
they
did
figured
that.
out the Earth was curved because they built a tower over here and the shadow didn't match this other
Right,
tower
right,
at the
right,
same time of day
right,
and all
right,
that
right.
stuff.
Well, if you look at the,
Yeah.
Trigonometry.
Yeah,
what's it fucking called? Chichen Itza has these pillars that are all lined together. It's called the fucking observatory.
Yeah.
And it only
which
Mexico.
oh,
Mexico,
okay.
Yucatan Peninsula,
Yeah, yeah.
The Mayans.
Chichen
Yeah,
Itza.
yeah, okay.
If you look,
Actually, the Aztecs.
yeah, Aztecs probably, or someone probably before them built it. And they just kind of fucking.
Yeah.
That's the theory on everything. Like, the Egyptians had nothing to do with the pyramids. The pyramids were there, and they fucking.
Have y'all seen the Andrew Scholes bit about
Who
pyramids?
built the pyramids of Mexicans?
Who-
Yeah.
yeah. Who? It's like nobody questions the pyramids in Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
We all know who built those.
Yeah.
We
Checks
question it
out.
in Egypt though.
Yeah.
But, like, if you look down the line of the observatory, I went there when I was 12 years old, and, like, my dad's a machinist, and this lady was like, if you look down at it, it's within no tolerance. Like, it's perfect. And he's like, bullshit. And he, like, looked down, and he's like, there ain't no fucking way. And it's, like, 200 yards.
And it's like
Perfect.
30 feet tall.
Yeah, and it's perfect.
And they're not like butted up against each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's huge gaps
Yeah.
between these arcs.
and it's perfect.
They're perfectly square archways, by the way.
Right.
They can't. Can you have a square archway? No.
I think
And
it's
it's
like a-
square.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
but,
like,
but they're just these
Yeah.
there's so
Yeah.
many different things. Like,
pull
during
the
this,
picture?
like,
Can you pull the picture?
of yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
so if you
I'm
go
sure I've seen it before.
so
So
in the-
it's
on-
not clicking.
Hey.
You know.
K218B. Remember that.
K218B.
Yep.
K218B. Okay. So, like, during the spring equinox in the Chichen Itza, when the sun is at, like, it's like one of the lower points,
Mhm.
the shadow is casted, and the way they built the Chichen Itza, the shadow looks like a serpent going down to the ground. It's there's so many different things that are built, like, along with, like, the pyramids in Egypt.
Mhm.
It's all like they figured things out way before we had the fucking technology to do it.
Yeah, I mean, even like sundials, right?
Yes,
I mean, that's a later technology. I understand that, but I mean,
barely
it's still,
though. But, like, the
it's still
sundials, yeah,
yeah, I mean, you have to be spinning for that to work.
right.
You can't be flat. I
You're,
mean, I guess,
you're relying
yeah.
on the sun on different parts. Like, the sun is not in the same spot in
Yeah.
the sky as it goes.
Yeah.
We're always rolling around. You got a picture?
I'm looking. It's just the.
That's the observatory. So
Just a general picture.
This one.
That's the observatory, but, like, it's part of.
I know that. I'm looking for a picture of the whole thing. This is just like the main structure of it.
That's when, so we were talking about the Pope and, like, the end of the times. We had that tour guide. She goes, like, due to the Mayan calendar, which she wasn't informed like it is now, but she goes, according to the Mayan calendar, 2012 is December 21st, 2012. That's it.
So that's the main pyramid, right?
Okay.
Right here, where you can climb, and the observatory actually goes a lot further
Yeah.
over this way. Like they're not showing the whole thing.
Yeah.
So at a
But
certain
there's-
point, the sun goes into that box,
Uh huh.
and they say that, like, they had some kind of reflective source that would go to the other part.
It's nuts. Like, and
Yeah.
that was
I mean,
some. They
there's
only
some-
found that like 110 years ago or
Yeah.
something like that.
There's some
Just-
ancient
just
technology
jungled.
that's wild.
So
Yeah.
what was I talking about?
The lady,
Yeah, she goes like
2012.
the Mayan 2012 shit. So
I remembered it.
research goes further, and they realize like that is the Mayan saying, like, as life as you know it is going to change. And if you look at everything that's going on with our world now,
Since 2012,
2012,
late 2012, yeah.
like,
2012 was an election year, wasn't it?
yep, that's
no,
when
no, 2016 was.
no,
Oh, that's 4
2012,
years.
yes,
Jesus, yeah,
that was Obama's last term,
yeah.
and then between 2012 and now, like,
It's changed a bit.
a lot.
Yeah.
No, more than it should have. Everything across the world is like
Yeah.
turned into opposite land in a weird way. Like I remember I grew up in the 90s, early 2000s, and everything was like progressing in a way that I was like, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Then from like 2012 on, it's just been like, oh fuck. Like dump the clutch, grind the gears, figure it out for
Yeah.
yourself, you know. I don't know. I don't think the Catholic Church has the answer for like the end of times, like 2027. I don't.
I mean, if you, so I grew up Christian, right? So
I think
Yeah,
that
me
they
too.
have more answers than
like the
rest of
Bible
us.
says,
I know.
no man knows when the end of time
that's what I was gonna
is.
say.
Yeah.
The Bible says no man knows, and then like all that stuff. So like
Right.
all these like predictions, if you believe the Bible, are bullshit. But I mean,
That's aggressive.
So like where I'm at now is like if the Bible, like no man knows, or the end of times is 2020. I hope it's a 2027 and we all have a quick death and we're done.
I can put off paying taxes for 2 years.
I will.
Without
I'm
going to
Johnny
jail.
Paycheck, motherfucker. Come
Just
fight
saying.
me, homie. I don't know. It's wild to me. Like all these cultures, they have like so much similarities, but it's different in their own way.
Yeah.
And like I
I
grew up.
think that's where my like originally like the doubt that because I grew up like I said
So
grew up
bad.
Christian, so it's
Yeah.
like that I had doubt from very early age. Like,
Yeah, I think anybody
10,
with
12.
like a logical brain is gonna naturally have a little bit of,
yeah, you need some evidence. You need some.
I don't want to call it doubt, but hesitation.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's,
yeah.
You're like
Yeah.
it's not gonna be like an unbiased buy-in. Like
Yeah.
there's got to be some kind of evidence
Yeah,
of
yeah.
something.
Yeah, and like I went to
I grew up the same way you did, same
Yeah.
way Matt did. Like
Yeah.
hardcore, well, Southern Baptist here
Southern Baptist.
in Oregon.
Yeah, that's a nationwide thing.
Nice.
Yeah,
Didn't know
it's
that.
terrible, but yeah. No, like I had to go to like I went to like quote unquote counseling because I mentioned to my parents that I was having some doubts and
Yeah.
might want to discuss it with the at the time he was the assistant pastor Brock. Brock Ewing. He's a great guy.
Right.
But like it's just like I look back at that, I'm like, it's just a lack of, in my mind, evidence.
Yeah.
And I know that many Christians believe there's tons of evidence for everything, right?
I think it's more
But
like
you have to have some faith in all that evidence.
that's
Like,
what I was going to try to get to. Like I think, like I went through a very deep devout Christian stage. Like I thought that I was. What?
It's not what faith is.
Oh.
I'm all for discussing what faith is. and
No,
isn't,
I
so-
thought I
Yeah.
had like figured things out through Christianity. Like I went through a fucking spell where I was not doing great. To be honest, I was doing coke on fucking Memphis's bar top. Like I was
fantastic.
Yeah, I was not doing great. And then I had like all of my like childhood regression come back up through it and they're like I'm going to fucking die if I keep doing this. And I panicked and then I thought like, yeah, it's got to be God telling me that I'm not doing right. No, that was just me being a fucking human being realizing like, yeah this is
I'm making bad decisions.
I'm making bad
Yeah.
choices, but I didn't give myself that credit.
Yeah.
And then I went through the church and like I try to work for the church and do all that. And then like I realized like y'all are no better than I am.
Just dress it up nicer.
You just dress it up now. You have a building.
I had a.
You have a building that's like don't be a piece of shit and nobody's listening. That's kind of like where
Yeah.
it came from. Then I realized like I don't have to be a piece of shit and I can just be myself and look for shit on the side.
What's that we always say, like at the end of the podcast?
Yeah, don't be a piece of shit.
Just be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's free.
Yeah.
free. It's also free to be an asshole.
Yeah, that's like, I mean, if you ask any person that's in hospitality on a Sunday afternoon,
The worst crowd.
the
ever.
worst crowd is church crowd,
Yeah.
and that's the opposite of what they should
Okay.
be getting taught in
I'm
church.
not trying to talk shit on my mom. She's a very devout Christian lady. She had surgery yesterday, and I brought my kids up to the hospital to like see her. She had back surgery, and she was goofed out. Like she's on it. I think she's on the fent because she kind of like dozed out for a minute.
Next time you see her and she's out of that, be like, "Hey, mom, you know what? It's the first time I've ever seen you high."
No, it's not.
But like,
Yeah, yeah.
it'd be-
Okay,
it'd
but
be-
yeah.
it'd be a fun conversation.
But no, she was goofed out, and like my stepdad was like doing all kind of damage control. She's like, she's on some kind of crazy pain pill. I guarantee it might have been like medical grade fentanyl because she was like talking to me.
the same.
And no, it's the same. I get it, but it's not from Mexico, or it could be. I don't know. Science. You know, Satan's supposed to rule the earth while they're in the end of times. What if we're in the end of times right now? And it goes. Are you talking about the little season? I think he's talking about little season. So, let me finish this real quick, and I'll go into like the little season shit, if that's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
So
I mean that. Yeah. Okay. Keep going. We'll get back to this.
She was goofed up, and like she like faded out for a second, and she came back up, and she's like, "I give God all the glory for this, my surgery." And I was like, I bit my tongue, and I was like, no, you should fucking thank that doctor who fucking worked his ass off to realize what he was doing.
Didn't paralyze you accidentally.
Didn't fucking like the whole time she was in surgery. I kept texting my stepdad like, "Hey, is she out yet? Is she okay?" Like I was just worried about my mom. I love her to death. And then going to go see my mom, and she's all fucked up on fent, and she just like
Allegedly.
there's no alleged.
Fucked up on something.
Potentially.
Yeah, she was
Fucked up on
goofed.
something.
She was goofed up. Like
Codeine or fent.
She
one
was
of the two.
she was so fucking happy to see me. That's how I knew she was all messed up. I walked in, she's like, "My baby brought my grandbabies." I was like,
They gave McCade fentanyl
for his arm.
for his arm.
Yeah.
When he was in the ambulance.
Really?
When he was in the
They
ambulance.
so I didn't know
Wow.
what. So listen, I didn't know what fent was when I had it. I had a kidney stone, like capacity.
the smallest dose ever. But
Oh yeah. No, I don't know. Yeah.
It was huge.
it's the most
It was a
effective
monster.
painkiller known to mankind right now.
Oh, there's,
So-
there's one more, but it's very different.
So I've
It's more
had
of a
I've had
dose.
Vicodin, codeine, whatever you want to say. Like it doesn't like I can live properly on it. I can take it. I'm like, oh yeah, I feel fucking wonderful. It's a problem, and I know that, and I don't go any deeper.
Yeah.
When I was in the ER, and I was like the job I was at, they were like, we gotta take him to the ER because he's about to tear the fucking walls off. Because I was at work and I was like, something's not fucking right. I was panicking. Like, I was not doing well. They drove me there, got in there. By the time my ex-wife came to the ER and she's like, what's going on? I had no idea. I couldn't fucking function. Like, whatever they put into my IV, I was like, who gives a shit? And then she got me in the car and I was like, you drive me home. And I fucking nodded off. Like,
For 4 days.
no.
I saw a thing on Reddit today that was the lethal dose of heroin, fentanyl, and then the thing called carfentanil. So no, I'm not kidding. So
Damn.
so heroin in this
I don't
little
even know
test
what that
tube was
is.
like this tall of powder, right?
Yeah.
Fentanyl's like a
Fentanyl
pinprick.
Fentanyl was like 30% of the bottom of the thing was covered in powder.
Yep.
Carfentanil, one little tiny piece.
Yep.
It's
I don't
used
even
a-
know what that is.
It's used as a anesthetic for like elephants.
Oh.
Because it the way that it bonds to like molecules in your brain is that it bonds so aggressively and so tightly that it stops your breathing like almost instantly.
Yeah.
So like you can overdose on it with
Did
nothing.
y'all
Can I have some?
No.
Well,
not
no.
you can't. No.
I don't know where to get it. I'll be
Hey,
honest.
did y'all see that cop in New Mexico that fucking he stopped a homeless person? She had fentanyl. He
Well,
took it.
took it in the bathroom.
And he took it in the bathroom,
Yeah.
and then his fucking partner found him in the stall, doubled over, legs behind him with his dick out, with the fucking pipe to smoke it.
Holy
Yeah.
shit! No.
And he was dead, and they fucking gave him Narcan twice and woke him up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, protect and
dude-
serve, baby.
Yeah.
So, the little season,
Yeah, getting back to chili cheese swag.
yeah, I think that's what he's talking about. I don't know for
Well,
sure.
so in Revelation, right? There's the
So
people
there-
get raptured,
there-
and then there's a season where
Satan rules.
rules, and then
I've-
end times happen.
So
and
when I
Earth's
was a
destroyed.
Christian, I thought the Revelation, like all the things that they were talking about was Nero talking about what Nero did to Rome.
No,
Why?
I don't think that's what. No,
It's the same story. Though.
No, like if you look at who the Antichrist is supposed to be.
Well, okay, let me rephrase. I've never heard that.
Never looked at it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So like what was it? Paul? Not Paul.
yeah.
Was it
Paul
Paul?
went on the trip,
Paul wrote
the
Revelation.
mushroom trip on the island.
Yes. So he
Takes us back to the mushroom and the cross,
Yeah.
because that's all
So,
about
like,
psilocybin.
He was talking about all these.
On what?
The mushroom and the cross. It's all
Yeah,
about how
that's
the
it's all about
biblical
psilocybin
stories
and
are a mushroom trip.
Oh,
the red and white mushroom Anemia muscaria.
All right, back
Fuck
to
it.
this.
Fuck it.
We can we'll go back and forth on this all night,
So
but our microphones are going to die soon. So
mine won't.
when Paul was writing
for
about
Spotify.
Revelation, which was his vision that he had,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
his like Exodus,
Mhm.
basically. There's certain things that line up with how Rome was falling at the same time. There's a book called
okay.
The Revelation Code, and they talk about as he's talking about this, Nero and like the shit he's doing was like the same kind of like everything was lining up. So if that's the case, there is a time now where Satan's supposed to rule the world for 1,000 years, right?
Yeah.
But
Something like that, yeah.
also biblically it says like a day is 1,000 years and 1,000 years is a day to God's eyes. So like
it's like the creation story.
what is time? So yeah, 7 days could be 7 whatever day, like 100 years,
Yeah.
whatever. So like what one person believes, like a couple guys are talking about, he's a biblical scholar, I can't think of his name, but he was talking about the little season. He's like right now, like the prevalence of like satanic imagery, people drawing pentagrams, everything would be what you would think if Satan was ruling. And that's why the world's in so much chaos. That's why we're like not even a half a fucking second from the doomsday clock. Like we're waiting if like are we going to attack Iran, or is Russia going to attack us, or is Israel going to, like, everything's in fucking chaos. And I think that's what Chili Cheese Swag is saying, is like,
Yeah, it's so. It's interesting to me that like every let me rephrase. Not every. Like my grandparents thought that
in the times of World War II.
Yeah, well, no, because they were kids then, so that didn't really matter. But like like my grandpa's 99. He was born in 1926.
In the middle of the Great Depression.
I bet the world felt like it was ending then.
Yeah, so like the world's ending then. World's ending World War II. World's ending with the 60s and the hippies
Yep.
and Vietnam. World's ending with Y2K.
I think it's
World's
just
ending with the new generation and the whatever. Like
Yeah.
it's all like a.
I can't wait to see the TikTok dances when the fucking world's coming to an end. Scary bomb. Doo, doo, doo.
No, it's interesting that like it seems like a lot of generations have thought that it's the end times
Yeah.
because,
I think every generation has an end times story.
Well, like, and
Yeah,
also if
yeah.
you like,
and I feel like morality also changes a lot. Over
my
time.
like, I've always thought like your fucking bread and butter as a Baptist preacher, hellfire and brimstone,
Yeah.
is telling your fucking flock, quote unquote, is
get
like
your shit together.
get your shit together, tithe as you should, because the
Yeah.
time the end is coming.
Yeah, it's a. That's another thing that like kind of drove me away from all the
Yeah, I was
stuff. It's like it's my parents thought it end times are near, and then nothing happens, and then all this stuff, and it
You can only cry wolf so many times.
yeah.
yeah.
It's yeah.
I agree with that.
And
It's-
I
it's-
moved to a corporate church, which also fucked my brain up. Like I went from Baptist, growing up Baptist, and then I didn't go to church much during college, and then
You went to
In
a Christian
Laterno?
college.
Yikes.
I went to like
You
chapel.
had to go to chapel every day.
Yeah, I put a headphone in. It's fine.
Listen to Travis Scott.
Oh, I meant to bring this up earlier. So at Laterno Chapel one time, John, the owner of Oil Horse, and then the owner of Silver Grizzly, did a chapel.
Hayden? Not Hayden.
I don't know his name.
What is his
But
name?
like like John told me the other on Saturday or Friday that the president of Laterno, who I am blanking on his name right now.
John G. Laterno.
No.
Papa John.
Well, he died a
Laterno.
long time ago. RG Laterno.
HG.
It's
Laterno.
RG.
That was HG.
No, it's RG.
Reginald Gerald
Laterno.
Laterno.
I
thought it was
I don't know.
Harold.
Anyway,
Hank.
the guy that was president of Laterno when this happened was backstage at chapel and told John, "Don't let me regret this." And then John went on stage to talk about Oil Horse and Silver Grizzly.
Oh, wow.
And during the thing, like they had, because you can't drink on campus. You're not supposed to drink while you're home for the summer. You sign a thing where you won't drink while you're enrolled at Laterno.
Fucking A.
But they don't say it's not a. They don't.
30% of their enrollment class
Goes
upholds
to
that.
Old Horse.
Yeah.
No, upholds to that.
Oh.
Yeah.
The other 70% are real people.
Well, I'll tell you, 100% of them wear capes, and they still think they're in the Lord of the Rings story.
No, that's 30%. But like yeah, so and that like throughout that
the
chapel,
other 70% are orcs.
Or a guy.
throughout that chapel, they kept talking about how like Laterno's not against drinking. Period. They're against drinking on campus, and like they kept talking about like clarifying what their stance was throughout this chat. I thought it was funny.
That is funny.
But-
Don't drink, just don't drink here.
Yeah.
There's this cool place 6 blocks from here, though.
Once you graduate, because you're not supposed to drink until you graduate. Yeah.
That's so stupid.
But okay, so going back to I didn't go to church much during college. Other than I went to chapel obviously, but again I didn't pay attention, just listen to music, whatever.
That's where I did homework when I went to ETBU.
And then you went to ETBU?
First semester.
I didn't know that. And then
The worst semester of my life.
after college, I started going to a Methodist church.
That's a wild swing.
Yeah, it is. So I went from Southern Baptist to Methodist, and Methodist is
I
like
did
a
that shit,
corporate
yeah.
is like a corporate church, and it blew my mind how like the local church pays dues to the like regional thing, and then the regional thing pays dues to the global thing.
Yeah.
And it's a weird structure, and I didn't like it at all. And it's similar to Catholic, right? That's what kind of reminded me.
Your mic's on.
Oh, it's probably dead.
Oh, damn.
Sorry.
Sorry, fellas. Yeah, no, it was just a weird stark difference, and it's the same religion, but it's so different.
Yeah.
That's where, like, I feel apart at the seams. Like, how do we have this many religions based off the same religion?
Yeah.
So, like the way I understood it, like, my last go with Christianity was non-denominational. It was, like, relationship-based.
Baptist in disguise.
Yeah. It's just, like, I just thought, like, no, it's a relationship, and that's how things go. Like,
That's also just being human.
yeah. Like,
I feel
I
like
mean,
everybody gets tied up in the semantics and forgets what the base reality of the situation is.
Oh,
It's just fucking be a human.
yeah.
Be a decent person.
yeah.
It's not that hard. It's not complicated. It's not the end of the world if you fuck up.
Yeah. Well, see, like, that's where Christianity, like, most religion goes to. Like, if you fuck up, then there's, like, Catholic, you have to fucking do your Hail Marys.
Shout out to Episcopalians.
That's a wild thing to say.
I don't know a whole lot about the Episcopalians.
All right, YouTube. I think our mics are dying. So
We gotta get
end
better
it-
mics.
We're gonna end it here on YouTube, and it's dead.
Poor guys. They were all into it. I know, like, my whole thing was like, okay, if you have a Savior that loves you that much.
Hey, hand me that mouse over there. It's on the table.
Oh. If you have a Savior that loves you that much, and like He died for your sins now, sins in the future, and all the sins in the past, right? Like, that sets you up for failure in a way. Like, there's nothing you can do because He died for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you have the same guy that tells you that say, like, hey, you're not tithing correctly.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Well, like, if you put all your faith into this, then you shouldn't be worried about what people put into the church.
Mhm.
Like, I know what he says. Like, you put him 10%, this, that, and the other. But he's already died for all the sins. So, like,
Yeah.
you know, what are we doing?
And one of the things that really got me was I was talking to my friend from back home about some stuff we were talking about in the Methodist Church. And Methodists have a belief, or I don't even know if it's all Methodists. I know some of them do. Divine revelation.
I went to a Methodist church like 4 times a year because there's a church in Pittsburgh called Reeves Methodist. That was my family's church they built.
Oh, okay.
So we go to like a homecoming and like a couple other things just because our names are tied to that church.
Yeah.
So
so divine revelation is like where God can continue to speak to like definitions of what's in the Bible, basically.
yeah,
And
which is wild. Like a
yeah. So, and I talked to my
Side
friend
note.
about this,
yeah,
and he was like, "That sounds like heresy to me." And I was like, "Interesting.
yeah.
This
keep
is
going.
the same religion."
Yeah,
What? I was so confused. And
It's funny that's been my biggest holdup on religion is anybody that you don't necessarily align
agree.
with,
Yeah,
regardless of if you're saying the same thing in a different
Yeah.
way, you're immediately a heretic.
yeah.
well,
And
you look
yeah.
at the Church of God people or Church of Christ. They speak in tongues.
Mhm.
And then you
Which-
talk to like a Southern Baptist, they're like, "There's no way they can speak in tongues because
Yeah.
there's no one there to interpretate." Then you talk to like a fucking Episcopalian, and they're like,
yeah.
like, "We could do both." Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
It's wild to me. And that's one of the biggest reasons. Like, I was already doubtful. I didn't go to church much during college. Like, I was already doubtful. I was going to this church, and then they asked me to help with their video program during COVID. They went to video
yeah,
for a while, and then they just kept live streams. And so I'd help with that, but at a point, I was just in the back room doing video stuff and wasn't getting to like listen to the services or anything. And
Yeah.
It's like at that point, I'm like, I'm not participating in this church anymore.
you're
I'm
just working.
I'm just working.
Yeah,
It got
that's
It got to
so-
the point I brought whiskey in my coffee a couple
Yeah.
times. Like, I was just like, I don't want to be here. I'm just gonna sit in this back room alone, hitting a button every once in a while to change the camera angle.
it's
And
not.
like, it's not fun.
No,
And it's not all about fun, to be clear. But like, it's
you're not learning anything.
yeah, no.
You're
No,
not fucking
not participating, not learning, not
Yeah.
yeah.
So the church I was involved with, I got married, and I was still going to that church. And I got married on a Friday. We went on our honeymoon. And I got back on like Tuesday, and then like went to work a couple of days, and then that next weekend we were going to go do something else. Like, we went to Dallas after we got married, went to this fancy hotel and banged it out. And then I couldn't take that much days off,
Mhm.
so like I worked a couple of days. The next weekend I was going to go to San Antonio, and I get a phone call Sunday morning, like at 7, and it was like the worship. I was playing guitar for that church, and it's one of my best friend's dad, and like really bummed me out. And he's like, "Where are you at?" I was like, "I just got married. I'm not working. I'm not playing my guitar. I'm not playing my guitar for free. Like, that's all this has all been. I've spent so much time like dealing with all y'all's fucking bullshit musically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have like every band I've been into, there's like this kind of like give and take kind of thing. Like, you play this, okay, cool, I'll do this, that, and the other. But the like playing for the church is like, do not put your fucking pedals on that board. Like, no, you're gonna play.
No, that's for rock and roll sinners. That's not for
it's fucking
church.
for Satan.
Yeah.
But then, like, I told everybody, it's like, I'm not going to be part of this for a couple of weeks because I just got married. I'm spending my weekends being married.
I'm gonna go debauch some shit.
Yeah, I got to.
Well, marriage bed is undefiled, so.
So, but I got a phone call and I answered it and I was like, hey, what's going on? And they were like, where are you at? I was like, I'm fucking San Antonio. And they're like, I don't think you're taking your responsibility serious.
2 weeks. You missed 2 weeks.
He's like, you are
Jeez.
lead guitar in this worship program, and I thought you would be wiser than this. I was like, I told you all this. If you didn't hear the fucking memo, I'm sorry. And but I didn't say that because I was just trying to be fucking part of, like, okay, yeah, I understand what you're saying, like. And then it took no time at all. I was like, I'm not coming back. Because, like, at the time, that preacher was, like, talking about, like, money's not right, And then he went to, like, this predestination shit, like, if...
Ooh,
like,
that's a whole other conversation.
yeah, if you're a kid...
I don't have an opinion on that one.
If you're a kid and you grew up in a village that never heard the gospel, then you're going to hell. And I could not...
But at the same time, you say all children are innocent. So
Right.
how does that
When he
math
said
work?
that-
The other thing is that the thing I've heard is that even if you grew up somewhere where you never heard the gospel, you should be able to look around at nature and see that it obviously wasn't evolved
wow,
or
that's
some
a
shit.
fucking beautiful tree. I bet Jesus Christ
Yeah.
died for my sins. That
Yeah.
doesn't make sense to
Yeah.
me. Yeah, no. Like, listen, if there was a being...
You also can't say children are innocent and then say, well, I'm sorry if you've never heard
You
about
can't say
Jesus.
Jesus loved all the
Yeah.
little children.
And then exclude the children that have never heard of him.
When that was said, he said that in a sermon, and I looked at my ex-wife at the time. I was like, hey, when we leave here,
We're never coming back.
we're never coming back. And we did that. We did. I was like, fuck off. And then I got all these phone calls. They're like, where you at? Where you been? And I was like, I can't stand for that. That's the silliest fucking argument I've ever heard. And he's like, it's fucking right there, black and white in the Bible. I was like, I don't think we're reading the same thing. And
It's wild that people can read the same thing and get such different outcomes. It's not that wild. I understand it.
No.
But it's still wild.
But the way it's painted is like, hey, your faith is not as strong as mine.
Yeah.
Or this, that, and the other. Like, oh, come on, man.
It's not supposed to be a competition.
No. The teachings of Jesus, like black and white, plain as the day, they're great.
Yeah. No, absolutely. There's nothing
just
bad in there.
No, it's infinite love, and it's taking care of people who can't take care of themselves.
Yeah.
It's
Being
be nice. Be a
Yeah.
decent human.
right.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And
When it all boils down, like, if you take all of the stories and the fanfare and everything else away, it's like, hey,
be a fucking decent human being.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not hard.
Yeah,
And
it's take care of your neighbor as you would be taken care of.
And
Like
that's how-
it's super simple.
No, that's how, like, the Ten Commandments, following it is easy.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing in there that I've, like, looked at it and I'm like,
Do not sin's a tough one. That's a tough one. But depending on what you count sin as,
where does it say that? Which one is that?
isn't that one of the 10
No.
commandments?
Do not murder. Do not covet your wife. Do not steal. Do not,
Your neighbor's wife.
yeah. I think it
Do not
says
covet
do
your
not
wife.
sin. I mean, like, granted, that would,
Yeah, that's kind of a catch-all, but it depending on how you define sin, it definitely makes it tougher.
thou shalt
I
not.
thought it was.
Hold on.
Yeah, read the Ten Commandments.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Okay, so beer,
Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven images, which is no idols.
Yeah.
Miller Lite.
Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. God damn
it.
Okay. Oh,
So-
we'll come back to that one.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. Depending on where you come from. that's
Sunday's
either
my
Saturday
day
or
to
Sunday.
recharge. Love Boat comes on at 4 and me TV.
Honor thy father and thy mother.
Yikes. I love my mom. My dad can kick rocks. No, I love my mom.
And then the rest of it's easy.
Thou not
Thou
shalt murder.
shalt not kill. Thou shalt not commit adultery.
I've never done it.
Thou shalt not steal. Shall not bear false witness.
What does that mean?
Lie.
Lie.
And thou shalt not covet.
Okay, so going back to taking the Lord's name in vain,
Yeah.
that there's a strong argument that like saying "God damn it" is not what that means at all.
That means God damn it. Like you're
Like it's not. That's not what that. Like that's not taking the Lord's name in vain.
no.
Taking the Lord's name in vain is something completely different.
Yeah. Jesus
and I
Christ.
am lacking the example from my head right now.
No, it
I
would
just-
be like
I-
it'd be
it
like
just blanked.
But
But,
there's a thing there.
like it's
it'd be
it's
like, God, you're a big pussy.
it's like cursing God,
Yeah.
not
Right.
saying God damn it.
yeah,
It's you know, yeah.
yeah.
It's like saying damn God. instead
So
of
when
God
I
damn
was
it.
growing
Like,
up,
that kind of thing.
the word calling someone a fool, my dad was like, "Don't you fucking call someone a fool? Haven't you ever?" I'm not. This is verbatim his words out of his mouth. I was like, "Yeah, he's," because like when I was growing up, like, shut up, fool. You know, like,
Yeah.
just.
Yeah, that's
Slang.
what you said.
I was like, "Yeah, he's being a fool." My dad's like, "Hey, motherfucker, you don't call anyone a fool. Do you understand me?" And I was like, "What?" And like it, because Jesus says it's better to call, or it's better
Oh
to
yeah.
it's better to like put a butt in your plug or something. than
Well,
call
yeah,
someone a
something
fool.
like that.
Something like that.
You're close. You're close.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's better to fucking what is it called? Oh, I used to know this fucking verbatim.
Is this not the? This isn't the log out of your eye for the.
Yeah,
No,
it's the
No, it's better
candle
to
through the eye of a needle than for a fool. In
Oh
God,
yeah.
the one you're talking about. It's not worth calling the splinter in
In
your
the-
neighbor's eye than having a log in yours.
Yeah, or plank in your
It's just basically saying like, don't call people on your bullshit when you're fucking
Yeah.
living in it.
Yeah,
You know, like fuck off.
which is what most churches nowadays.
The full part was like it's. What is it called?
No,
used
he
to
said
know
it.
this shit.
The eye of the needle, the camel.
I
the
don't think
fool-
it's that.
Oh,
That's
okay.
rich man.
It's rich
Oh,
man. Yeah.
yeah.
It's easier. It's easier to get a camel through the eye of the needle than
A rich
For
man
a
to go
rich
to the
man
kingdom
in
of
the
heaven.
kingdom of
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
the full part's different.
Yeah,
It's-
no, I know what you're talking about though. Yeah. Have you
I
have y'all seen the Righteous Gemstones?
It's my favorite fucking show.
Okay,
So-
I have not seen. I've seen season 1.
Yeah,
My favorite
Let
line
me-
from season 1.
I gotta say
Is-
this.
God damn it, we're going to church.
Yeah, yeah.
The kids are like, oh, we don't want to go. And it's a pastor's son, right? It's a
Yeah.
mega church's pastor's son. And he's like, and the kids are like, oh, I don't want to go. And he's like, God damn it, we're going to church. Like, just, it's so funny.
As soon as you nerds leave, and I get this all put up, I'm gonna watch Andor. Just so you know,
Oh, yeah.
because that started tonight.
3 of them came out tonight.
Oh, they did the first 3.
It's, it's
I'm not
chunks of 3.
sleeping.
It's chunks of 3. Yeah, it's chunks of 3. I got the notification from Disney earlier. Yeah.
Me too.
What?
I picked it up on the mic.
I like
Oh,
how
that
my
smells
mic
bad,
is
too.
like,
That fucking thing was picked up on the
My
Richter
mic's
scale,
dead.
dude.
It's there. It's just
It's,
Reaper's weird about showing levels,
okay. All right.
and that mic's not as hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hey.
There you go. That I'm
There we
clipping
go.
that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I got it on y'all's
No,
too
yeah,
as
I'm
well.
clipping it
Yeah.
though. Like that's gonna be its own standalone audio. No, the hey, and then he just dropped.
Hey, we got a new podcast for you guys. It's with Craig. Hey.
You're welcome.
I don't know, man. I would love to like. I hope when I die,
As potent as that sounded, it doesn't smell that bad.
I haven't smelt it yet, but like,
I smelled yours earlier, you motherfucker.
COVID's a real thing.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
That's
I'm
a
just-
whole. That's a different.
No, it's
podcast.
got actually. Did y'all read the fucking report that it was absolutely from the fucking lab in Wuhan?
Yeah, it was created 100%.
Yeah. Anthony Fauci was lying.
Shocker.
Yeah. I hope honestly that when I die, like
I hope
whoever,
it's tomorrow.
whenever I die,
Not you.
no,
That came out wrong.
Damn. Fuck. When I die, I hope when like if it's in my bed and my loved ones are surrounded to me, or I'm driving down the road and fucking hit a ditch, and it happens. I hope like someone takes the fucking headset off me, and they're looking at me like, "What was that like?" And then I remember like, "Oh fuck."
I don't want to do that
Oh
again.
fuck! It was a game. I forgot everything. Holy shit! Like I hope it's. I don't know. or it's just a fucking pasture and it's filled with love and then everything's good to go.
All the dogs that ever went to heaven.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Because it's all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
This
a lot.
whole time, like, as I was a kid, they were like, yeah, your loved ones are waiting for you in heaven. And then I was a teenager, like 17 or 18. It was like, if any of your loved ones are in heaven, they don't care about you. They're in heaven. Like, you don't mean anything to them. They're there doing what they're supposed to be doing. And I was like, what? Like,
Did you see that? Like, the Norse mythology thing where it was like, there's only 2 honorable ways for a man to die.
eating
It's
pussy
either by
or
a sword in battle or suffocating between the thighs of his woman.
yeah.
And it was like, that checks out.
If I die eating pussy,
Down with that, yeah.
that would just be the fucking perfect exclamation point on my
Yeah,
life.
but think of the trauma that you're leaving her.
Oh
with.
yeah, it's a lot of trauma for her, but like,
Dude,
There's
come on.
there's a twist on that. It was like, if I have a heart attack while my girl's fucking me, she's gonna think she did that, and I can't leave her with that credit.
Yeah, no. This
like-
this is a
I can't let her think that the pussy's that good.
no. There's
There's
a
just
long
this weird twist on that thing. You know, it's like, okay, yeah.
there's a
it's
long
great, but
line
at the same
of
time.
there's a long line of bullshit that I've done to my body way before you.
Yeah.
Like to die fucking is like top notch. I'm down with it. But like don't give yourself that much credit.
yeah, that ego's gonna go wild for a few years.
There's been a couple
She's never gonna have sex
Hey,
again though.
there's
been a
She's
couple
like,
times-
I'll kill a man.
Yeah,
There's been a couple times where I was jacking off where I came and I got lightheaded and I was like, is this what it's am I gonna die? Am I that unhealthy? Like don't give yourself that much credit. Thanks, you gave me the best 45 seconds of my life. I'm dead now. Like fuck off. I don't know. Women are shit. I don't know what their fucking problem is.
Us.
oh man.
I hate it. Look at us. Bunch of 3 bachelors bacheloring it up.
It's the worst.
No, it's garbage. Because, like, if you look in dating apps, they want you to have a close relationship with Jesus Christ.
Dude,
in East Texas.
I got rid of dating apps. I only used 2. I used 2.
That's dating apps, dude.
No, I know, but like years ago, like college.
I use Facebook
I have not
dating.
used them since then. Because
I'm
you
not-
gotta,
I'm
you,
not in any of them right now.
you gotta look.
You have Modelo for me?
I got them too. You gotta look somewhat decent for a dating app because it's all about first impressions, right?
Yeah. I don't look
And
good
as,
at all.
as the YouTube comments pointed out,
That's just Drew.
Tank Abbott.
It's a wild bull.
yeah, no, it's just I don't need the drama in my life of all that bullshit. I have enough drama in my life from other people's bullshit.
Yeah.
Like I don't need more of it
You
from.
need to create your own.
Yeah, I don't need that.
Invite that shit in.
I don't
your
need
house.
that. Yeah.
Man, I get it completely. Because I have nothing to offer. In dating app status, like you have to write a fucking biography about yourself.
Yeah, I'm also like very critical of myself, so I don't.
Right.
I'm not positive
So
about myself
every
at
one
all.
of
Same.
every one
Yeah.
of the biographies I write is like, please get me out of here. I don't want to be here. That's what I say. I'm not saying. I used to say like, hey, I'm a fucking single father of 3 kids. Holy
This
shit.
dating app is just the link to the Truck Beers podcast.
Nice.
Like, look, if
There
you
go.
want to get to know me,
Yeah.
listen to this.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
You
I'll
just
tell
gotta
you what.
you just gotta guess which one I am. Good
I'll
luck.
tell you what.
We've actually had that
Yeah.
conversation on this podcast.
I'll tell you what. It's weeded out a lot of them. Like when a girl like will say like, hey, tell me something about yourself.
Well,
I will
podcast.
send them the link to our Spotify, and they don't say anything else. And like, my
That
heart of
could-
hearts.
50-50 chance that's my fault at this point in time.
No,
It-
no, I've
also,
said
to be-
wilder shit than.
But they don't know which one's which.
Hey, to be fair, if a girl sent me a podcast link, I would either not listen to it and just ignore her.
Yeah,
Like our
Or-
podcast that you're on now.
Fair. I'll start listening to it.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
he's
I'll
actually
have to
like
just drive more.
he's becoming self-aware.
Just
He's
listen
like,
to it at work like you do everything else.
I just listen to music and YouTube there.
yeah, YouTube, the fucking podcast light.
What if we had a podcast? Every episode's on YouTube.
I watch like CE and car shit.
You don't have to watch ours. You can
If
just
you look
I
at
know.
my
I
Instagram,
Anyway,
Oh, I'm
So
sorry.
anyway,
Your
yeah.
your argument's invalid.
Well, no,
That's
what I
all
was
I'm
getting
saying.
to.
It's
What
like
I was
you
getting
love
to.
us, but you only love us from a distance.
No, only in person.
Just my mom.
Just what I was saying was, if a girl sent me a podcast link, I probably wouldn't listen to it,
No.
and it wouldn't because it doesn't necessarily answer the question, especially if there's
No,
two
I
Matts
say,
on the same
I
podcast.
say, this is my podcast. Here's the link. This will tell you everything you need to know.
Okay, that's fair.
Every,
that's different than just a
I'm
link.
not shitting you. Every podcast, I literally say what I'm about in
Yeah.
some weird way or another.
Oh, no, absolutely.
I've been on dates where girls have never listened to the podcast, and we start talking, and then like I've had one girl say like, she's like, "What is your like faith right now?" And I'm like,
Send the end of this podcast.
Season 1, episode 26.
Actually, just send them this episode.
No, I'll just tell them like, honestly, I have been a Christian. I've been a very devout Christian. I really believed in all the malarkey, but then I started doing my own research and realized there's probably like an ancient civilization that developed the one true religion that was worshiping these aliens that came down here and made us. And by then they're fucking glazed over and they're like, what the fuck have I got myself into? And I was like, okay, I'll pay $50 for this food and we're gonna go our separate ways. And I'd like knuckle buck like, hey,
Yeah, you fist bump him on the end of the Hey,
see you later.
give him a good game.
Sorry. Don't ask me to be honest. Fuck me, right?
Cool dick loser.
Cool dick loser. Podcast name.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Cool dick
That'd probably
loser.
get demonetized too quickly.
We don't make money anyway.
We don't
fuck
make
it.
money.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah,
but,
we were fucking broke. One day we will.
yeah, but if your title was
You know
Cool
what's
Dick
gonna be
Loser,
really cool?
That's
get-
what it's gonna be.
Oh,
You know what's gonna be really
no,
cool?
No, not for today. Well, okay, I meant if you're.
No, the name of the the
Yeah.
name of this episode.
I gotcha.
Yeah, no.
It would be a good name
So
for a
like
podcast
this
too.
is
By the way,
like
Our podcast.
we'll come up with I'll write shit down while we're talking because I'll forget it if I don't because I'm old
One day, I hope that someone's
and stupid.
they're gonna do like the
I
back
disagree.
catalog run. They're gonna like,
I
hey,
can't wait. This is the most perfect. Oh, that one's not.
that was the fucking best.
That's not.
That was
pleasant.
the best fucking timing
That's not
I
pleasant.
could ever fucking pray for.
That's not pleasant.
I'm
so-
glad the fans on.
Don't do that, Matt. Goddamn, dude.
I don't want it.
I don't either, dude. Fuck. My hope
Smells
is
like rotten eggs.
like we will become viral one day, and then these
That's
people
not
are like people like goddamn, these dudes are fucking
You know,
great.
it's like when these dudes get drafted in the NFL and they go back through like their social media history when they're like 14.
and they say the N word a
Yeah.
lot.
And they're like,
Yeah.
oh, this dude's a bad person. No, he was a child.
Yeah, and that's us. We're children.
Yeah.
No, we're fully formed adults and we just don't care.
Shut up. I'm not fully formed at all. The only thing fully formed to me is my dick. Dick. Dick.
If I get any more fully formed, I'm going to be like a fossil.
Yeah.
So there's that.
But like it's gonna be cool when they like do the whole fucking back run on our catalog and they listen back and they're like, what the fuck?
They're going to be like, these guys are saying the same shit.
They have not changed their fucking tone at all. They just got in front of the audience that will listen to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's all it takes.
The social media on this whole endeavor is like the most infuriating shit I've ever done in my life.
I laughed so hard at your. We got what was it? 100 followers? 1,000 followers?
100.
100, yeah.
on TikTok.
And then someone
someone-
fucking unfriend. Yeah.
It's like, look, I'm not mad. I just want to know who it was.
Listen, I wasn't mad. I just
thought-
was like,
thought
I
that
needed.
video was hilarious.
I just
It
like
was great.
fuck, dude. I wasn't mad. I have to say that I wasn't because I was laughing as hard as I could.
Because we made such a big deal out
I was
of it.
like-
and then immediately went, like, oh, fuck!
I was at work and like in the morning, like it was like 9 o'clock. I looked at the fucking YouTube and I was like, we got 100 fucking subscribers. Holy shit. So I made a video, made a fucking
Yeah.
big deal about it. And as soon as I did that, someone
4
was like,
hours later.
someone was like, fuck you, Matt. Fuck you, you fucking fuck. You want to be a fucking big guy? Fuck you. And I
It
was
would have
like,
been funny if it would have been me.
yeah,
It
that
was
was
not,
hilarious.
but it would have been hilarious.
and then I was like, oh God.
99.
So on my way home, I was like, hey, I just need to know. I need to know who the fucking jokester is.
Yeah.
Because that is the funniest fucking thing
Yeah.
I've ever fucking been a part of.
It
Besides you
was really
falling.
funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was fucking
Fair.
gold.
I've never seen a human fall that slow.
we laughed so long. That was a good night. It was a good night.
I
I haven't
had so
laughed
much
that.
fun.
I haven't
I'm
laughed
glad-
that hard in
so-
so long.
I'm glad that you texted me and were like, "Hey, do you have plans for that?" I was like, "No."
Yeah. No. Yeah. Me too.
And then I asked him if he had
I
kids,
showed up-
and he's like, "No, I'm in Longview." And I was like, "I'm meeting Craig at Greenside at 6." He goes, "I'll see you there." And I was like,
Yeah.
And he met me at Oil Horse at 5:30.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I showed up early, and I just haven't seen Chad in forever. So I was like, I wanted to go hang out with Chad. And we hung out for like 2 hours.
"Nice."
Hung out at the bookstore. We ate at the fucking food truck.
Streetlicious.
I
Shout
had their-
out. That place is
Dude,
fantastic.
I had their slack,
Mhm.
which is like their breakfast thing, and I
The
had
fried egg
mushrooms.
And yeah. Yeah.
So when I came to Old Horse, when Revens was in town,
Yeah.
I parked and then I walked by Ollie's and I heard a "Hey!" So I was like, "All right, cool, I'll go in there." And Zach and Chad were in there, and Chad's like, "What are you doing?" Because I haven't seen Chad in a month or so either. That was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, yeah. So I talked to him for like 20 minutes. It was great. I was like, "What are you doing?" That was the weekend before he was supposed to fix drums.
Yeah. So I talked to Chad, and the first question I asked him was, because I haven't seen him in person forever, I was like, "Hey, have you talked to?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, I did." And I was like, "How was it?"
Oh.
He's like,
I'm glad they talked though. That's good.
"It went really good."
It's still
actually."
not. It's still somewhat secret, right? No.
I think now that Zach knows, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
I
I'm
think
not.
that's-
I'm not just going to tell everybody.
I
I
think that's all
was
he
just curious.
Like, he was.
He
He is worried about other downtown
Yeah.
situations, but I think his biggest one was
Well,
Yeah.
him and Zach have been partners
Mhm.
in
Two businesses,
two
right?
businesses,
Yeah.
big time. And then it doesn't make a fucking lick of sense because they're an LLC, so he can work.
remotely and be fine.
Yep. He can
It's
handle.
just that he can't. He can't like run the
He
skate
said he's
shop.
going to come back and run shows.
He's gonna.
Well,
come
yeah,
back.
but he can't like work at the skate shop on a Saturday when Zach wants to go out of town.
Right.
I'm
Like
gonna
I
do
saw
that.
Zach and Marshall on Saturday at the Art Walk, and he was like, "Yeah, I got to go back and relieve Chad," and I was like, "Fair, you know,
Checks out.
you guys both have a business, yeah."
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna work for the skate shop. Pro
I
bono.
would, man, I would love nothing against my current job. I would love to work like downtown, just
Yeah.
like full time at Oil Horse, plus like a couple of little things. Like it'd be so fun.
If I could help anybody in downtown, like let's say I work Ollie's or Old Horse, Silver Grizzly, wherever,
Yeah.
and I made the money I make now, I'd do it every day.
Oh, I told John if I could make the money I make now, and work full time for him, I would.
Yeah.
The problem is that I can't.
No.
It's just not possible.
Nope.
Unless I did like 15 different roles for him, in which case I wouldn't be like good at all those 15 roles. So
Yeah. I
Just be good at one.
well,
like.
That's
I'm good at brewing. Yeah.
No, I've always wanted to own like a business.
It's the worst.
Yeah, I know what it is. Like that's why I've never done it. I've never even fucking tried to take a step in that direction because like I know
It's not the worst. Like, I have no regrets about the brewery other than like kind of how the way things ended at the end. But I learned a lot of fantastic things.
Yeah.
I learned how to do certain things, how to not do certain things. Like, it balances out. Like, the learning curve is substantial, especially with no prior knowledge.
Yeah.
Which I have none going
Right.
into it. I don't know. It's a good thing to do in life. I'm not saying don't do it because it's not a good thing.
Right.
If you have the opportunity and you don't have a lot to lose, absolutely do it.
Or if you have enough to lose, like
If you can
like,
afford,
if you can afford to lose
yeah.
it, yeah.
See, I don't have anything to lose except for everything. I live in a camper. I'm not doing well.
Hey, my sister.
My
lives in a
cat's
camper.
in heat, and I can't even sleep at night, so everything's just shit right now. fucking
When-
Again?
again.
Go get her fixed.
I could. It's fucking $25. I just haven't done it.
Yeah.
This is all my shit. Like I just haven't done it. Dolly's is supposed to be there when I get off work, and I'm like, I'm not alone. Yay! Now she's like, I need to fuck, dude. Yeah. She gets in like the weirdest position. I'm
See
like,
my butthole?
yeah. I'm like, God damn, dude.
I'm
I
not the one. I am not the one.
I woke up like at 2 a.m. and like I woke up to like, and I woke up and her butt was like, I was laying on my side and her
No, thank
butthole,
you. No, thank you.
her butthole was right here. I was like, like she was like sleeping on my vape, and I was like, get off that thing. I need to wake up and take a secret hit. The hits that nobody knows. Fuck it. We should end it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fair. It's 10:30.
Y'all take care of each other. We love you. Be nice. It's easy. And
Like Tho said, be a decent person.
yeah, follow the 10 Commandments.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah,
It was fun.
Craig,
Thanks for
you're
coming
the
out.
best.
Welcome to my house, by the way.
This is fantastic.
Yeah. I cleaned it just for you.
Oh, thank you.
So sorry I had to go take a piss out of my ass the first fucking 10 minutes of the
Sorry, thanks for
podcast.
letting us know the audio was good while you
It was
were there.
great. Yeah,
that was good. I was worried about.
I went in there and I was like, I better check it out as I'm here. Leave
It's like
some
I'll pull it up
comments.
on the iPad, but I don't listen to it because there's like a weird delay.
Yeah.
And
I was
that-
noticing the screen on there was
Yeah.
very delayed. So.
Well, it's better for some reason. Like you can see my phone that we use
Mhm.
when we're recording, and it'll pop up, and then it's like, but then here it's like,
yeah.
there it is.
Yeah.
It's I don't know.
Look at our pile.
It's a good pile.
That's a good
It's a
one.
good pile. We did a good job,
It's a
guys.
3 pile.
You're welcome.
You're
Alright.
welcome.
Glad I could help.
All right. Hey, cool dick loser.
Cool dick.